Alright, cool. Yeah, welcome back to the Warforged Stream of Electric Sheep. I'm Darren, I DM, and Neil isn't with us today, who usually plays Esme. He's off. I'm not sure if he's seeing it tonight, but he's in London anyway. I think he's going to see that Cursed Child play thingy.
Yeah. He's complaining about it on Facebook.
Was he?
Actually.
He sent me a message. Don't worry about it.
Oh, I hope he's having fun.
I told him you were sad that he's not here, Laura, and he said, "Great, tell her I'm depressed too." Oh, God.
Love you, Neil, wherever you may be.
Oh, actually, yeah, I'm going to tell him to fucking watch it.
I'm going to blow a
introduce
kiss
yourself to
for
that.
Neil.
Is he? I think he's in the middle of the play.
He told me to send him an obnoxious amount of updates, like literally anything someone's doing. So either he doesn't care or the play is that shit.
Well, he coordinated, so it's his fault.
That's fair, that's fair. But yeah, guys, do your thing.
I'm Amy, I play Isidora. I'm getting over a cough. Cough.
I'm Ian, I play Rizbit. Neil's usually next, but he's not here because he doesn't love us.
Wow. I'm Laura, I play Coda. So I'm about to get under a cold, probably, rather than over. But yeah, it's fine. It's all good.
Yeah,
Let's do it.
Yeah, no, I'm definitely like at the precipice of falling into the pit of a cold, but it's fine.
To be fair, it is like Christmas tradition that someone gets sick. Like, someone always is sick on Christmas.
I mean, yeah, like all the youngins in my house, like with schools, like yeah, it's
oh
like,
yeah.
It's more
like
like
I remember it was
that
like
I'm
a
not
tradition.
sick.
There was like, who's gonna be like vomiting on Christmas Eve? Like, someone always gets sick, and not from drink or anything. I mean, just like sick.
Yeah, like just the cold patches.
Mm.
So, guys, when we last left our hero, we retired for the night, did we not? It was like the end of the day.
We finished off with Coda having a lovely dinner with his brother.
Oh yeah.
Yes, he had a lovely dinner with his brother, and
And
yes,
his brother unceremoniously getting us kicked out of the restaurant.
Look,
yes,
He's an ass.
it was.
He's
and
simply an ass.
I mean, it's not. Amy's fair. That's fair. It's not. She, Isidora and Esme certainly were not asking for it by any measure. They were being
very courteous and yeah.
Yes,
Hey, I was like quiet and I smiled, and all I did was steal a few spoons
and some breadsticks.
Yeah.
Hold on. Let's see. Let's just to throw that out there. Yes, Esme opens her shirt more. Murder me, she says.
Oh yes, because someone
Kiss
was
your
an
brother.
assassin.
Kiss
That's
him on the
correct.
mouth. Yeah.
Yes, that's correct.
Yes, Your Honor, that is indeed how it went down. So yeah, you guys got kicked out of curfew. So like it's a case of unless you want to like get bed up, go back to sleep, which is cool. Coda and Kit did a thing, which I'm sure Coda will bring people up to speed with when you see him. So it's like the next day.
It'll be
you guys are
like
sitting in the
late afternoon before I come in.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, that's cool. The house is empty bar the party. And yeah, there you go. You guys are, I guess, all together now in the kitchen eating dinner, I suppose? Nibbling? Who knows?
I don't know, late lunch, who knows?
So,
Where
Coda,
were you?
Mm-hmm.
did you have sex with your brother? Is that why you're so late?
I mean,
Rizbit, while you were away, did you have sex with your brother?
No, I went camping with him and we got attacked.
Yeah, see, there you go. People don't usually do that.
yes,
so,
normal sibling things.
Yeah, but you're not a normal sibling.
Fine.
You
cut off your brother's hands.
That's a brotherly love. I had to stop him from killing me.
Very loving, yes.
Well, you know, like, at least I didn't turn into the devil and run away from my family, you know what? Well, bye-bye.
Yeah, alright.
What is with you? Where's all this come from? Just being vicious.
Sorry, Coda.
No, I probably did something to deserve it.
Well, tell us what you were doing before we jump to any more wild conclusions.
I had dinner. We had a long talk, and then I went home and talked to my parents, and then I went to see Alexander because he was stabbed, and now I'm here.
Sorry, step back.
Which
You went to dinner with your parents?
No, I went to dinner with my brother, and then I saw my parents afterwards.
No, after that.
Alexander getting stabbed.
Uh-huh.
Yes, he was stabbed. Quite badly. He's fine now. It's fine.
Like police work, or was he poking his nose and where he didn't
no,
belong
no,
again?
it was official, but it was a yes. There's sort of a problem in Dead Man's Haven.
Of course there is. What happened?
Yes. What's new? Yeah. Okay. Ran through the greatsword. You remember that gang we disposed of, the Drow?
Well, we didn't so much dispose of them.
Well, they
as
were
leave
disposed
them
of
to
around
be...
us. You know.
Right. What about them?
Well, no, they seem to be gone, but another gang has moved on their territory and is peddling around the dangerous drug.
Okay. So one of the... Are Bones and his guys taking care of it?
Bones is at the end of his tether, I think. From what I've heard from Alexander, he's on the verge of arming his men, which would go against everything he stands for, really. I mean, he's all about non-lethal justice, but if he were to arm his men, Alexander thinks it could go very badly. Things are tense enough already without police walking around with swords.
You have a plan.
Sort of.
Pitch it.
Well, Alexander and I were talking.
You can't leave well enough alone, huh?
I just don't really want... I mean, Dead Man's Haven is like the only safe place left in this country, really. So I'd like to stay that way, if possible.
I suppose, okay.
Thinking, and I don't know if this is going to work, but maybe... See, they mine their materials out of the Underdark. And perhaps if we collapse the tunnels and destroy their operation, they wouldn't have such a hold on the city.
Okay.
Full transparency, they do have undead minotaurs of some sort and other monsters, and they're very willing to stab people with greatswords.
Oh no! Who on earth could ever take care of such terrible monsters?
We both look at Rizbit. You up for killing an undead minotaur?
What's a minotaur? Is that big? Is it big?
Big bull-headed man.
Yes.
Look, to be honest, being back in Uri gives me the creeps. I'd be glad to get out of it again.
Is there anything pressing we need to do here, or do you think we should just go?
There's always something to do here. That's never good. I mean, with like all these, like, I mean, hell, this place has its own drug problems with the pills and the veil. The bigger problem is that they're official.
Oh yes, well, I don't know about the veil being official, actually.
What?
Oh, I was talking to Kid about it, and he said that it's, well, unless it's something very high up, it's not the hand. Well, he wasn't aware of anything anyway.
Well, who is it?
But it could be something over his head. He doesn't know.
Oh.
I wouldn't be surprised, though, if it was the hand and they're just secret divisions, secret groups doing...
I mean, it's... I just can't imagine them being allowed to be so open about it if it wasn't, you know?
Yes, yeah, that was my thought, too. And I mean, we already know the hand are keeping certain things from their own men, like the orchestra, but
yeah,
could be their doing.
Damn it.
Well, we can investigate.
If we wanna look properly into that, I think we're gonna have to do it. That's
I think
the problem.
we should. It's not something I'd like to leave alone. It seems like something we should at least figure out what's going on. But we can do that, or we can do Dead Man's. I mean, we have time, some time. I don't know. Which do you think is a bigger priority right now?
If we get to Dead Man's Haven, are they ready to go?
As far as I know, yes.
Alright, Rizbit, you're the boss, apparently. What do you think?
I get to stab things. We go there.
Minotaurs it is!
Dead Man's Haven.
It's like you give Rizbit the opportunity of diplomacy or stabbing.
Yeah.
I mean, let's be honest, it's not like the trouble in Uri is going anywhere. I'm sure
Yeah,
there'll be plenty of it left for us when we get back.
Also, I can't imagine Devon Haven will take too long, and then we'll probably have time before the dinner to, like... Darren, what's that smiley face about?
Literally nothing.
We come back and Vale is now, like, floating above the city with, like, tentacles coming out of it. It's like, yeah, cool, alright.
Well, yeah, figures.
Alright, I guess we'll head to the portal then?
Yep.
As you leave the kitchen, something spies your eye. Your eyes spy a thing. On the floor before you, and just as you enter the hallway, it looks like a little teddy of a rabbit. It's worth noting it was not there when you entered the room.
Coda,
does it look like... What does it look like, Darren? What colour is it?
It is a white rabbit. It's got a little witch's cap on. It's got a little cape. It's kind of got like black bushy curls where its hair would be if it was like a humanoid. And it's got a little rose, like clearly like a teddy rose, like pinned behind its ear, pushing some of its hair back.
Does this look Kath related or Rose? I mean, Rose is the house, so I assume it's to do with. I'll pick it up, I guess.
Yeah, you pick up this like it's kind of like a teddy bear sized kind of thing. Like it's not like a small thing. It's like a handful. And when you pick it up, you just hear, "Hey, did you manhandle everything you picked up, or is it just me?"
I didn't know you were sentient. I'm so sorry, and I'll put it back down.
It's, they stand up and like they're just like, so what? Like what? Kath moves out, and you're just gonna move in, take my house.
Kath moved out.
It's like, oh, you don't know? It's like, oh my, that is interesting.
Whoa, okay. Back up. Who are you?
I'm Rose. How do you do?
Oh, okay.
Well, it's the least menacing form I could think of to take on because my real form would curl even your horns, buddy. And she points at Coda.
I'm sorry for picking you up. I didn't know it was you.
Don't pish posh. She takes out a little teeny tiny teddy cigarette and lights it.
She does.
And then she whips her teeny tiny teddy hand. It's like a fabric lighter that produces an actual flame kind of thing. It's really jarring. Like her mouth moves when it talks kind of thing, and she's just like spoken away. She's like, yeah, it's fine. She's like, oh yeah, like your legend friend was up here all night having an old conversation with Kath. They and she just starts like tapping her hands together, and then she convinced her to move out.
What did she say? Where did she go?
Herself and Pip left for the Barrens, I believe, and I think I overheard talk of Boria. I believe your little Eladrin friend had a little bit of a terrible dream, and she got all spooked, and that was convinced her to, run away. It seems. Apparently, without consulting me in any shape or form, they decided they're just going to give my house to a Dave, whoever that is. So yeah, I can't even have my own house. That's great.
Well, I mean, as much as the no warning was not very polite, it's probably a good idea to get out of the city for them.
No, yeah, run away from the problem. That'll work, yeah. But
well, things are about to get much worse here.
What, are you like a professional runaway or something? Mr. Runaway? Pointing.
Yes, he is.
Not going to respond to that.
I mean, you don't have to. He just did. Ha ha! She starts walking towards the sitting room. She's like, well, I'm going to wait here for this Dave. Yeah, I don't know.
Dave's nice.
I mean, yeah, probably, but like, just conversation with me would have been nice instead of just like, hey,
yeah,
let's
actually,
just
conversation would have been nice for all of us, I think, actually.
Yes, this is what we're hearing of it as well.
They just decided to make a mess all over my sitting room and just leave. Didn't even clean it up. It's all, I ain't sitting on that. And now they're just hand my house over to someone else. Vern's gonna kill someone.
Have you heard from Vern?
Nope.
Did Esme leave any note or anything?
Nothing.
Great.
As far as I know, she's
wonderful.
Oh no, this is a romantic getaway with some K which I don't know. Maybe they have an open relationship. I don't judge. I don't care. But like, yeah, I don't know.
Typical.
She's like, you're telling me, honey. She's like, it tells a giant cloud, and she's like, these people.
Well, let's just trust that she won't get into anything too terrible.
Oh yeah, let's trust that. I'll be fine. It's just a case of like I thought I could like, stretch the legs, but I was being handed over to somebody else now. But sure. Oh well, I'll wait here for this Dave. Where are you guys going?
Dead Man's Haven.
Ooh.
Gonna come with us?
No, bring me home something nice. Hang up on the wall.
Gonna bring some drug dealers. Want some drugs?
I mean, there's always money in drugs, yeah.
Yeah, we'll see what we can do.
Sweet.
Good luck, I guess. Be nice to Dave, please.
For what it's worth, he's a nice young man, old being.
Yeah, she's like, yeah, that's fine. You kids have fun. Let me know how it goes.
Okay, good luck. I'll head to the portal.
Yeah, you guys zip and zoom, and you guys now are in Alexander's house. Well, the workshop of the house. It is empty. The fire is not lit. Kind of like the bare minimum torches to just barely illuminate the room are kind of lit. That sort of thing. What do you do?
Gets to go upstairs.
The house is eerily quiet.
I started shouting for Alexander.
You know how you said he got stabbed?
Yes.
You made sure he got looked after, right?
Oh yes, he was alright when I found him. He was just a bit he drank a dodgy potion, but he was fine.
Okay.
What did you say you did, Ian? Sorry.
He was shouting for.
Ah, okay. You hear like a glass fall and shatter in the kitchen.
I go over into the kitchen.
Before you is a tall, slender man with long, curly black hair, a twirly mustache, and a little pointy.
That's not Alexander. I take out my sword and they're like, "Who are you?"
And he's like, "Who am I? Who are you?" And he brandishes a rapier.
I'm sorry, I asked first.
It's like, it is rude to ask my name. You should introduce yourself, good sir.
But you asked my name, so therefore you're equally as rude, but I still asked you first. So therefore, by means of equality, you should answer my question first, and then I'll answer your question and same.
Why don't you answer at the same time? That'll be fun. Also, hi, stranger.
It's like, I hear you calling for an Alexander.
But you are not him. What is your name?
Alexander is no more.
I beg your pardon?
Darren.
Hello.
Could I, like, use either common sense or insight to figure out if this is just him in disguise?
It is.
If to do stuff like that, it's insight, buddy. You gotta roll insight. Yeah, that is 100%.
I reckon. What a jerk! Oh my god! What an asshole! No, Coda's gonna play along because it's funny.
You little shit.
No.
He's like, very well, very well.
Very well.
Like, very well, Master Goblin. I am Vladimir.
Nice to meet you, Vladimir. I am Rizbit. What did you do, Riz?
She can't tell, but she's trying to work it out.
What did you do with Alexander?
Oh, you know, this and that, and poof, he's gone.
He doesn't seem like the type of person who would poof and be gone.
I mean,
I want to see a body. If
Did you kill him?
know more of him.
Coda starts laughing.
It's like, what if I did?
Coda, this is not a funny moment. You're engaged to this man. You're meant to love this man.
Wait. Oh, okay. No, I get it. Then she walks over and smacks him.
He's like, ow! What the fuck?
You deserve that.
So, you know this whole we're currently rebelling against a completely indomitable force that could murder us at any time.
Yes.
Maybe
I'm
don't
aware.
fucking joke about it.
I mean, I didn't think it would be that serious. I mean, like, it's all part of the thing. Like, I can't go down there looking like me, so I, bit of temporary hair dye, fake muscle. It's sorted.
Oh, one more thing. And then she walks back over to theirs and kicks Coda in the shin.
I deserve
Who is
that.
this?
It's like, Ian, have you ever seen Pirates and Adventure with Scientists?
Yes!
No.
Oh god, you're missing out. It's an unreal movie, but like, they claim to be masters of disguise, but they're always like clearly obvious things that everyone falls for. But like, he's always like, don't worry, it's just us, the pirates. And he always pulls off fake beards, and it's like, we know it's the pirate. But like, Vladimir pulls off like the fake mustache, and it's like, it's me, Alex. Aha! Got you.
I slap him.
Good.
Can we all stop hating me, please?
What Isidora said.
I'm merely playing the role.
Why do you have to be in disguise?
Because they're cunning people. I don't want to like accidentally get ID'd as a police officer, because we're technically what we're doing is like morally, and he just wiggles his hand. It's
Okay.
like we're gonna try bring him in, but there's like, have you ever tried to argue with a drug dealer? They're not very nice people. They're rude. They hit you and pull your hair. It's not nice.
And stab you with a greatsword.
And stab you with greatswords.
Not if I stabbed him first.
I love that is Rizbit's answer to everything. He's like, well.
Rizbit is a man of action.
Okay,
he's
talk
like,
us through the plan.
okay, the plan is, right, we know they're mining it from somewhere nearby. Like, this drug is very popular in the Underdark cities. It's just, they can't be hauling it from a main city because it's just too far down. The manpower and money required to constantly ferrying it up to here, it's ridiculous, like, that kind of thing. So there's clearly a vein somewhere. We have to go talk to Reggie the Rat. He kind of knows everyone. He's a bit of an addict. So you guys can talk to him. Well, I just scope out because, again, like, less face time with people, the better. But yeah, so we're going to go in. We're going to try bring in as many as we can because, we are kind of meant to be going in as not officers of law, but like, because, this is still kind of like technically illegal. It's like vigilante justice sort of thing. But we should try arrest. Well, subdue them so Officer Bycroft, that Alexander guy, and he does like really fake, like, like back and forth eyebrow, or like his eyes darting. So they can just show up an hour later and just arrest them, that kind of thing. But if they try to stab you can stab them right back. It's just try bring it, I guess. But yeah, we're gonna go down there. We're gonna try find their little like mining vein where they're clearly mining this thing, and we're gonna destroy it. I have a few cases of like this alchemist fire stuff that should be a nice big boom, but like we should try, like, I don't know. It's a mine shaft, so if you take out some of the support beams, it could collapse in and make mining it very difficult. Like, to the point where they'd probably have to like spend a lot of time like mining it all out again, that sort of thing.
Okay.
The only downside is that they've got really big things like undead minotaurs and like trolls or something. It's not nice.
You did mention the trolls before.
I mean, there's a lot. There's a drow lady with a big sword. She's
yes,
not
you mentioned
nice.
Her, yes, she ran you through with a greatsword. Yes.
Yeah, she ran me through with a greatsword. It wasn't ideal. Yeah, there's a few of them. A few drow in the pack, and there's a few minotaurs. Like, I'm assuming is muscle, and I'm assuming the ogre or troll, sorry, that they have is clearly like, if we find the troll, it's most likely guarding the like the honey pot. So find the troll, find the vein, destroy the vein, collapse the tunnel. We're golden. That's essentially the plan on paper. Anyway, is everyone up for that?
Okay.
So.
Yes.
Like, fantastic. I'm going to go and get the rest of my costume.
There's more.
Well, you don't expect me to walk down without armor on. Gosh. So you thought about playing the part wearing another man's skin. I don't want it to be that scene from It's Always Sunny where Dennis is like, come on, guys, we got to wear another man's skin. It's like, do you want me to get off? Do you want to get off with me? But it's definitely, I want it to be that scene, but it's not that scene. It's not.
Please,
as
no.
much as as much as I want that to be the case. No, he's like, yeah, no, it's just a case of like, hooded cloak, fake hair, fake mustache and stuff, like general protection, that sort of thing. But yeah, he's essentially like, I'm gonna go do that. So you guys like prep, I guess, or if you want to talk about amongst yourselves. I don't know what to do with my hands. I'm rambling. Bye. And he just like beelines out of the room.
Hey, so does Bones know about this whole thing?
And
it's kind of like a...
Sorry, continue.
Yeah, what I mean is this kind of a hush-hush kind of thing, or is this a I'm pretending not to know about this kind of thing?
I think Alexander spoke to him about it, but maybe clarify with him.
The latter, you hear someone scream down the hall.
Yeah, alright. That's good to know.
Yes, he can't go in as an officer, but it's sort of we're doing justice, but not officially. I don't know.
No, that's okay.
That's kind of too evil.
That's kind of like our whole thing
Yes,
that we're
yes.
doing, right?
The right thing, the wrong way? No, the unlawful way? I don't know. Is this lawful?
Just
I don't
because it's
know.
lawful doesn't mean it's just because it's lawful don't mean it's right.
Oh yes, I'm very aware of that.
So yeah, if Alex comes back, will we get moving?
Yeah, sounds good to me.
Do you have any misgivings about this? Or...
I mean, the way I see it, we're essentially just doing what we did with Bones, like a couple of months ago, like with hopefully less,
hopefully less order.
being chained to a wall and less Ludwig.
I love the way you
hate
said that so
guy.
much.
Oh, why'd you make me think about Ludwig? I hate that
I
guy.
did. You brought it up.
Okay, Ludwig definitely cuts to Ludwig like sprawled out on like one of those like long armchairs eating grapes, and she's like, "Oh, she's thinking of me. I know."
I didn't bring him up. You did.
No, you got my train of thought started. Anyway,
I'm not taking blame for this.
I'm gonna get ready. And she puts on the wicker butterfly mask and uses one of the charges of disguise self.
Nice.
Ooh, I'm also gonna do that because I also have disguise self in my one.
I'm just gonna put on my one.
I feel like you're distinctive no matter what you wear. Like.
Oh yeah, I know, but I haven't used this yet, actually.
Yeah, neither have I.
Rizbit, though, if someone recognizes him and 2 months' time it's like, hey, you fought our boss, it's like, fucking make a move, bitch.
Yeah, like, Rizbit's not one for, like, subterfuge. He's just like, yeah, I have a flaming sword and I will kill you too.
It's like, you're correct. I did kill your boss 2 months ago. Notice how I am alive and he is not.
He is not.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Sorry guys, my roll 20 is just like not loading. I keep refreshing it and it's not happening.
Sure, okay.
But it's fine, I can still talk. It's just if I have to roll something it might be difficult, but I'm trying my best to get this back on.
Yeah, no, don't worry. Yeah, Alexander reappears in the most flamboyant, like he looks like a bandit if the bandit was rich. Like, the cloak is really nice. That
like sort of Victorian highwayman look?
Yeah, he's even got, like, a red bandolier across his... Or, like, mask across his eyes with, like, eye holes cut out.
So, no.
Oh, yeah.
No,
And
she
like,
yells at...
Oh, yeah, no. He's just like, well, thank you. I designed it myself. Like, the pants are really, like, puffy. It's awful. He looks fucking awful. Ooh.
Oh my god, I just realized it's the first time in ages I'm in a battle with, I'm traveling with my plate armor again.
Oh, yeah!
If there's stuff going on in Roll20, you'll have to describe it to me because I can't see anything. The chat's dead.
Isidora describes herself as a hooded figure, scrawny and twitchy, similar to the one of the Veil users.
Ooh.
Right, yeah, so, overly flamboyant bandit man and party are ready. It's a case of like, are you ready to proceed with the quest? ? Like, yes, no, kind of like prompt.
Yeah.
Cool. So you guys leave the house. It's kind of like evening time when you guys were sitting down talking, so it's like evening time-ish now. Clouds are creeping in. It doesn't look like it's going to be the driest of evenings. but you eventually get to like the city and stuff, and it's grand, and like he's literally about to call him Vladimir.
You can call him Vladimir.
This is so weird. It's like my internet isn't, or like I can't type into Discord either. It just keeps going red, like my message isn't sending. But like
Shit,
I can hear you guys perfectly.
Well,
yeah, I know.
I was gonna say, do you want to just
bizarre.
we can take a 5-minute break if you want to just restart your computer or something.
Nah, no, it's fine. Look, it'll fix itself or it won't. Like it's fine. It's all description-y stuff anyway. Just if there's anything on the Roll20, just describe it to me.
Oh yeah, that's fair. That's fair. All right, so yeah, he brings you to like essentially like a dodgy part of town, and he's like, okay, so in there is like, we call it a crack house. Like it's kind of like an ironclad one where like everything's above board when we investigate, but like they're definitely doing things they should. I'm gonna need you. I'll keep a lookout, you know, because this is definitely one of the like main buildings that they're dealing to. So like if I see anyone, I'll like, you know, like, halt! I'm not a police officer, criminal scum. And you know, I'll let you guys know. But you guys go in there and look for a guy called Reggie. He's like 5'2", no, very little hair, bulging eyes, like yellow teeth. He just basically looks like a human disaster.
Alright.
He's twitchy and he's like, meh, and like. So yeah, just go have a chat with him. Ask him, like, you know, question him nicely, or you know, break an arm or two. About, like, you know, where's the entrance to the you know, the mine, because he knows he's in with the drow. He knows what's a hitting and a happening. So you all up for? Do you think you're up for that task?
Yeah.
Well, my only misgiving is that this is Esme usually does this sort of talking.
I've got it. I've got it.
Yes.
He's like he like raises a hand. He's like, oh no, I know. That's why. He points to Rizbit and his greatsword, and he's like, use that. That's a good talky thing.
It's a very good thing.
But he's like, don't create too much of a ruckus so the actual police come, okay?
You are the actual police.
But not now. I'm off duty.
Well,
Isidora walks in.
I'll follow.
It's like war on everyone. They're doing cocaine in the bathroom. They hear sirens and they're like, oh, shit, it's the cops! And he's like, dude, we are the cops. And he's like, oh yeah! Okay, sorry. Isidora walks in. Ian, you were saying something. What were you doing?
I'll try and be sneaky, but I'm not very good at sneaky.
I mean, it's like literally he's pointing at the front door. You don't have to sneak in.
Oh.
Like, he's just like, go in there and question Reggie. He's like, don't have to sneak it. It's just, you know, it's just like basically a kind of a crappy tavern. Like, essentially you just go in there to chill and hang out and probably buy a drink or something, that sort of thing.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, okay, I'll go buy a drink.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. All right, cool. Yeah, you agree to buy a scrawny, like kind of really light blue dragonborn man. And he's like, what'll it be?
What you got?
We got water and we got mead.
Go with mead, please.
And he's like, 4 gold.
For gold. Fuck off.
No!
Hey, you don't make the price. I'm the price man. You give me 4 gold.
You are a price man. And how many people are in this place?
Okay, so the room's not that big. There's clearly like a stairs leading upstairs. And like you could have seen outside that there was another floor. But there's a gentleman behind the counter. And directly to your right is kind of like a couch, like one of those like den areas, you know, couches all facing each other. There's 3 people, a high elf woman, a dwarven man, and a human man, all like essentially strung out on couches, chilling. There's one person sitting in the corner, like playing cards against himself, and that's it.
I'm going to look around for Reggie.
Cool. Perception check, please.
While that's going on, I'm going to turn around back to Price Man and be like, look, Price Man, you've got like nobody in here. And that's because your prices are so goddamn high.
And my price is reasonable, good dwarf man. Don't you come into me with your green face paint. I don't... Get out of my house.
Well, look, blue elf.
Hey, whoa!
Silver.
Hey, you want to go? And he like goes to put his hand on the table as if you want to go, but misses it. And he just kind of goes down a bit. He's like, you want to go?
Put my hand on my greatsword and be like, do you?
I mean, you call that's a nice dagger.
Can I see this man or not? I have to get out of here.
Amy, you would notice that the human man who's like chilling on the couch matches Reddy's description.
Now he's by himself.
He's on the couch by himself. Like the other two clearly aren't paying attention. They're all just kind of enjoying their buzz. Is Laura still with us?
I'm here. I'm sorry. This is the weirdest thing ever. When I try and load, I completely quit Chrome and try to relaunch it. It's going to like, you know, the you're not connected to the internet page and everything. But you guys are still here, and I'm definitely connected to the internet.
Is like someone in your house like downloading?
No, because like your guys are clear. There's no lag or anything, and OBS is still streaming. It's fine. It's just that like Chrome just isn't really working. Maybe I'll use Firefox or something instead.
Yeah, fine. Sometimes Roll20 doesn't work properly in Chrome.
Really?
Yeah, I've had a few issues with it.
I've always used Chrome and it's not a problem, but it means like OBS is going to be confused because it won't be on. It doesn't matter. I'll figure it out. Keep talking. We're still going. It's fine.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah, she's gonna slip in beside Reggie on the couch. Hey.
Like, who are you, man?
I'm Dolly. I heard you were the guy that talked about Woik.
Oh, that's so good. No, do it.
Sorry, I can't.
You can. It's good noise. That's because it's great. And he's like, what? Hey, who told you that? Who's squealing?
Oh no! I'm looking to get to the good stuff, if you know what I mean. And she winks.
Amy, persuasion check. Rizbit, what are you doing?
I love this. It's so good.
I'm just like I still have my hand on my greatsword, and I'm like, this isn't a knife. Now that you've insulted my sword, I will pay you a bronze piece for that gold.
Come on.
He takes out like a hand axe, but he's like, hey, look at my hammer. It's way bigger than your sword. Get out of my face.
I take out my hand axe and be like, look at my fucking hand axe. It's bigger than your fucking hand axe.
Rizbit, what's your passive perception?
Oh my god.
He's got no eye.
Just an FYI, Darren, I have one eye.
Okay, this is okay. Even with one eye, it kind of.
Oh my god, I'm back. I think I'm back. Yes.
Oh, nice.
That's 11, by the way.
It's 11. Okay, even with 11 and one eye, you notice that this bar that is set up clearly doesn't have any drinks. Like this man has just made a bar at the back of the room and is acting like a barkeep. There clearly isn't any beverages.
I was gonna say
this is great.
Like the layout looks like it should be a bar, but he clearly has nothing behind him, and Rizbit's kind of like, "Hey, wait a sec."
I'm just gonna keep arguing because it keeps your man distracted from Isidora's
And it's a principal thing at this point.
Yeah.
Oh, it is.
Yeah, it's like I ain't backing that. Yeah,
I'm gonna walk away from this making money.
Izzy, he kind of like reaches into a pocket and takes out like some like weird pink crystally stuff in like not in a bag, I guess, but like in a baggy fucking Christ, in a weird cloth bag. There we go. That's oddly transparent and weird and tiny. A smiley faces on it. And he's like, it's 10 gold, 10 gold, man.
10 gold. Gosh, I don't know.
I mean, you want the good stuff, yeah?
I suppose I do.
Darren, out of character question real quick.
Shoot, buddy.
My memory is terrible. The drug dealers outside of, was it Dagdom? Did they also have pink crystals? Okay, because I thought that sounded familiar, and I was just like,
it's like Dagdom.
Remember the guys with the we ran into some mind flayers. There was like a rift, but we were originally there to like stop some drug dealers.
Oh, we were.
Remember? Yeah, they're like caves, and we were supposed to stop a deal for Derridin.
Yeah,
that was the pink crystals as well, wasn't it? Cool. Anyway, continue. Sorry.
Actually, sorry. What's Coda doing during all of this?
Yeah.
Drinking and keeping an eye out? Not drinking, but pretending to drink and keeping an eye out. Because there's no actual alcohol.
I'm honestly, this is all that's in my head. Is Rizbit staring at, like, this, not barkeep. Coda's sitting at the crappy stool at the not bar, and just, like, he's, like, doing the animation of drinking, but there's no cup in his hand.
He's like a game NPC who's just glitched. Yeah, no, I guess he's also disguised, so he's just maybe like... Are there people just lounging around on couches or anything looking kind of tweaked out, like a bit fucked?
Yeah, they're all fucked, man.
Yeah, okay, I'll just be sitting on a couch, like, I'll just be sitting on a couch, like, kind of pretending to be, out of my senses, but kind of keeping an eye out. Maybe, I don't know.
Coda, like, walks over and steps over the couch, sits down, and he's like, ah, and then just immediately just, like, falls into the animation, like, I
mean, I'll be as subtle as a man with 11 charisma can be about going over there, like, you know, acting natural. But, you know. Also, I'm disguised, so I look like a weird, gross, like, I look like I belong here.
A weird, gross, I belong here. Let that be known as the greatest description ever. But yeah, that's cool. You can see Izzy, like, you know, or sorry,
yeah,
Dom.
I'm keeping an eye on both the barman and the guy Izzy's talking to simultaneously, so I'm just trying to keep an eye out, so I can do perception or whatever if you want.
Yeah, so Izzy, he's giving you the yoke. You giving him the 10 gold?
Yeah, she slips it over.
Yeah, he takes the 10 gold and he passes over the bag of weird, crazy rocks. And he's like, yeah, that'll sort you, man, yeah. And he kind of, like, cuddles into the couch kind of thing to be like, that's my transaction. And get your hurt, you shouldn't ask those things so loud, man.
Well, you know, a girl's got to shop around. I want to get the best price.
Can I have a persuasion check, please, Amy?
Sure.
Yeah.
Nice. He's like, okay, you know, hey, if you want, like, it raw, you gotta talk to, like, the drow guy at, like, the tunnel.
What tunnel?
He's like, oh, you know the one, like, down, like, furthest level, you know, near the lake. You just take, you know, left and a right, and you're there, and just knock on the door 4 times. It's really easy to get in.
Well, gosh. I don't know about going there down by myself, but if that's what a gal's gotta do.
I'll take you for like 50 gold, man.
Oh, sweet pea. She pinches his cheek. You ain't worth that much.
Part of me wants to say it falls off.
Oh my god. Also, that little comment from Izzy there, you're not worth that much.
Yeah, that was, wow.
And
that
then,
was like, yeah, that was just like, damn.
She brushes herself off and sachets out the door. And, like, sort of signals subtly to, like, Coda and Rizbit to follow.
Is Rizbit still arguing with the barman?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so, like, Rizbit spies them leaving, but what's Rizbit doing? Come on, Ian, tell me. Paint me a picture.
So, Rizbit has a hand on his greatsword. His, like, hand axe is pretty much buried into the not bar.
Uh-huh.
He's like, look, you give me a bronze piece for a drink, and then I'm out of your whatever color hair you have. If you have hair.
How about this? A compromise, my good man. And he flips Rizbit a copper piece, and he's like, I'll have a mead.
Excellent, I'll be right back. And Rizbit leaves the bar.
Oh my god!
Well done.
That was amazing.
Rizbit walked up to the others like, see, I told you I get money for being in there.
Coda's still sitting on a couch inside.
Just for you to live.
Yeah, I know, but he's taking his time. If they all left at once, it'd look weird.
Coda's a method actor. He just started huffing this shit, and I was like, guys, I'm really in this. I know my character.
No, he's very, very uncomfortable, and he leaves as soon as he can without arousing suspicion.
Yeah, you guys enter back outside and like kind of go into the alley where like, you know, Alex, like essentially like the original meeting point was. He's not there, and then like he kind of like he like whistles, and like when you look up, he's like on a rafter above you, like cloaked up, like the cloak up by like his mouth. And he's like, "Did you learn anything?"
Yeah. Come down.
He's like, "Okay," and tries to go and like lose his foot. He's like, "No, God," and like he lands on his feet, but he's like, "Anyway."
Yeah, I tell him what Reggie told me, that like where the tunnel is, and we have to knock 4 times and that kind of thing.
Like, fantastic. And pulls his cloak up by his face, and he's like, "Lead on."
I mean, yeah, she starts moving, but she turns around and says, okay, "What's like the actual plan here? Are we just gonna charge in, or what?"
Well, we can always pretend to be buyers.
Sure, we've done that before. A couple of times, actually. That's a pattern I'm not sure I'm comfortable with. Then again,
Well,
I did just buy
last time we had to
drugs.
sample it, and it was terrible.
Yeah, that's true. I'm sure we have to do that again. That'd be gas.
Actually, Darren, out of character again, was that also pink crystals that Frankie was selling?
Yep.
Yeah.
It's all pink crystals, okay.
It's all connected.
So we have sampled these wares before. And it did not go well.
Izzy's packing 10 gold worth. Well, she's 100% packing like 5 silvers worth, but it's just been cut. Terrible pink crystals.
So we're pretending to be buyers again, are we?
Yeah, if that's what gets in the door.
Do you think it's worth dropping names? I mean, should we mention Frankie or any of those, or is it bad idea?
Let's play it here. I wouldn't. Like, I don't think that'd be like my go-to, if you get me.
I just got this quick image in my head of like them starting to talk and Rizbit just going, "Frankie."
Okay. Can you guys hear me? Am I okay? Sorry, I think I'm cutting out again. Can you guys hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. No, I couldn't hear you guys at all. I was speaking, but I
Okay.
couldn't hear anything back.
Oh
It's
my
fine.
God, roles have reversed. This is like what I was like.
I know,
originally,
it
man.
sucks. I hate it. I'm so sorry.
And see, isn't it the worst when you're just like, "Is Darren lagging? I think he's lagging. I think maybe he is lagging. I think he is lagging."
Sorry.
My tables.
You guys are all robot-y.
Oh no.
Oh no!
Are you sure someone's not downloading
There's like
your
no
house?
one
It definitely sounds
in
like
my house.
Oh, do you want to go and restart your router?
No,
The download was coming from inside the house!
Let me just double check. I know my mom's home, but she doesn't like download anything. Let me just double check she's not like decided suddenly to like torrent fucking.
See, that's what I was about to say.
Shit.
It's like
I
what
don't
you're
think so,
describing is like usually what happens when
I
someone
know. Let me
torrents
sorry,
a
double
house.
check. You guys keep going, and I'll back in a sec.
Yeah, cool guys. Yeah, so well, Coda is essentially in like Final Fantasy NPC mode. But the tunnels, despite Reggie's like you go left, you go right, knock 4 times, the tunnels are actually quite long. So like even though like you've kind of gone in and you've started to go, you've taken the first left, like he said, like you're going in left and it slowly starts to descend down. Like you kind of walk for a good like 20 minutes and then there's like a left, like a fork in the road and you take the right one, that sort of thing. And again, you're descending a hell of a lot when you do this. And you guys are just strolling, doing your thing, like chatting kind of thing, or what's the battle plan essentially? Like once you guys get to the tunnels, you're like, this is where Reggie said, like, is there a battle plan or people just walk?
I think we should try pretend to be buyers. I think we should try to play it as safe as possible.
Yeah, no, that's cool.
And if it gets to the point where it's not, we just go ham on them, essentially.
Yeah. Fair. Yeah, cool. So
leash Rizbit on them.
Yeah. Go, Rizbit, I choose you. Hey, Laura, how are you?
I think it should be better now.
Was there an illegal downloader hiding in your house?
My mom was downloading music.
Ah!
Yeah, I should. Yeah, I think it'll be fine now.
that's cool. So I was just saying to the guys, essentially, when you were following Reggie's directions, like you take the left, but you're kind of like take left and you slowly start to descend. Like, that's because you're clearly going downwards, essentially, as you take the left and right. But before you guys, as you press forward, in the distance, you can see kind of like a torch, but it's kind of like it's almost like it's enchanted. Like its flame is very, very small. Like it's dim enough that you can kind of see the light in the. I know you guys have like dark vision, but you can see the spot in the distance, just barely making it out. But yeah, before you guys approach, there is just this big iron door, like bolted into, almost like it's been grafted into the wall of the cavern, like the cave. And there's clearly like it's like flush to the wall. It's just like a sheet of iron. Like it looks dense and heavy, but there's a slot for like clearly like an eye hole peeper thing, you know, slides across sort of thing. But yeah, so before you was a giant ass iron door.
So what's our story before we knock?
We're buyers. We're here to buy.
No, right? Seems. Yep. All right. I'll knock.
4 times.
4 times.
Yeah, after like the 4th knock, the shutter goes whoosh, and like it's kind of dark inside. You can't see anyone on the other side, but you hear a voice. It's like, what?
Why? I'm Dolly, and these are my boys. We're here to buy. Reggie sent us.
I'm so happy.
It's like, Reggie? Mm-hmm. It's shut, it's closed. And nothing happens.
Can we hear if there's like anyone still on the other side of the door?
Perception check, buddy. Like a perception hearing check. Yeah, it's everyone get up to the door.
Never mind, we're good.
Jeez, Amy with the fucking rolls.
Amy's owning this game.
Well, don't count your chickens.
You don't. I will count as many chickens. And Amy, you hear really faint breathing on the other side of the door. Kind of like it's like a power play to see if you're going to leave, that sort of thing. Like just clearly someone's still on the other side of the door, kind of thing. But they're trying to like be quiet, pretend they're not home. You've annoyed the drug dealer to like, I'm not going to answer my phone. I'm going to pretend I'm not here.
If there isn't an answer after like 5 minutes of standing around, she'll knock 4 times again.
Yeah, cool. This time there is no answer.
Can I still hear the breathing?
You can indeed.
Is there a problem?
You see the slider shut open, and he's like, "What do you want?"
I told you, we're here to buy.
He's like, judging by what you look like, you can't afford how much we sell here, so. And you see like kind of leather gloves kind of like peek out of the hole, and it's just like, shoos you away kind of gesture.
How rude!
I mean, are you gonna drop 300 gold right now? And like the shooing gesture turns to like an open palm, like out flat.
Well, I mean, I might not be able to, but my friend the Marquis here will. And she points, she gestures to Vladimir.
Oh my god! Yes.
Oh my God.
He's new in town, and he was wondering where to get, the finest product. So how could I not bring him here?
Amy, I remember just said that I love you very much.
That's okay. You can keep saying
it. This is amazing. It's great because internally Alex is like, I have no money on me. But he's just like, yes. Yes. And he slinks forward, like really like, and just puts a coin purse that looks heavy into his hand, and it goes through the thing, and the oak shuts, and he's like, okay, there's a giant rock in that, so we're gonna have to work quick.
Why don't you have money? You're old. Why don't you have a nest egg?
Not all of us carry our own wads of cash, okay?
Okay, what do you mean work quick? What do we do?
300 gold, I could have paid him.
What?
That's like he's like, dear, I love you, but what the fuck?
I thought you were going.
He's like, he like goes up to the door and knocks, and he's like, my good man, I appear to have given you the wrong coin purse. He shoots a look at Coda and he's like,
I hand him 300 gold.
it slides open and the hand comes out, kind of thing. And he's like, here you go. And like you hear like clearly like clank, clank, clank of someone like, you know, counting gold really quick. And you hear like a big, and the door kind of just creaks open. And he's like, enter.
Thank you, dear. She walks in.
As you guys enter, you hear the door slam behind you. You're in a vast kind of, like, not vast, but like kind of a big open room, kind of like a big open cave room kind of thing. Torches have been lined the walls, you know, there's a few tables around places, like piles of gold everywhere, and there's like, you know, crates with like, you know, a lot of, not a lot, there's a handful of crates, like let's say 4 crates, and like they kind of contain a lot of like bagged out, like, or evened out, or weighed out, sorry, bags of this drug. And they're all kind of like, you know, there's a few drow walking around, kind of just like, you know, they've got like pipes in their mouth, just like, oh god, I'm so tired. Go away for this 9-to-5 shift end. Like smoking away kind of thing, and just like bagging stuff, and like
These,
your
like,
man who's
drug barons have 9-to-5 shifts.
Yeah. Well, you see, they got,
kid.
like, after what happened with Frankie, you know, they got a union and all that. And...
Yeah, so he's like, all right, the guy who opened the door is kind of like this big burly drow looking guy. He's like really like skips leg day kind of big buff dude. And he's like, come on. And he's like, take a seat. And he gestures to the like tables that are in front of you. There's literally a seat, and there's a lot of you. So like,
well, I assume we're gonna let the inverted commas Marquis sit, and we'll all stand like his goons, I guess.
Yeah.
Alex is, you can see he's just like, oh yes, like, he like really strikes a brooding pose, like wide-legged, kind of like man spreading his legs, kind of thing. Like, Rizbit, Isidora, and Coda. You spy a thing. All of the workers, everyone in this room, everyone, bar yourselves and Alexander, have these really, really thin, like, red threads coming up off their body. Like, it kind of comes up maybe like the length of your phone, like a typical iPhone, that kind of like length, and then it kind of like, you know, fades away, like kind of slowly gradients into like nothingness. But they're all like either at people's hands and like necks. Like they're all kind of like, they're like from the wrist area, it's just there, they're not like tied around anything, it's just like this really like light red thread coming up sort of thing. You like, it's one of the, sorry, I should have said this first, when you guys first enter the room, this is the first thing you notice, that like everyone kind of has this like all over them.
Okay.
There's like one at each wrist area, one at each kind of ankle area, and there's like one near a head, that sort of thing. Like
puppet strings, yeah?
Yeah.
But they're not obviously connected to anything.
Yeah, they're just like they're kind of like just gradient into nothingness, that sort of thing.
Are we alone, or are we, like, are there people everywhere around us? Like, I mean, as in, do we have, like, enough space to speak, or is it sort of, like, quiet waiting time?
And essentially, like, there's workers. If you guys were to whisper, they probably, like, unless you were straining, like they were essentially using an action to listen, that kind of thing, you're fine. When you sit down, this big burly guy is like, wait here, I'll get the boss. Like,
also,
that kind of thing.
If you just want to talk to me in Rizbit rings.
This is true, but aren't we supposed to be avoiding the rings because we're being monitored or something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, well, anyway.
But yeah, like, it's, what is it you guys are whispering? Or is it?
I guess I'll say into the ring, like, because it's only gonna be a brief thing, I'll just kind of say, like, you see those strings.
Yeah, they're kind of weird.
Yeah, she nods.
I wonder if we're the only ones who can see them.
Actually, I detect magic on them.
1 second, I will confirm the thing. Yeah.
If I can, when you're done with that, I want to try and whisper to Alexander and see if he can see them. Not in that, I'm not going to specifically mention it in case it's another nosebleed scenario, but kind of just like, do you notice anything off about them or something? You know, something vague. Okay.
Yeah, he as much as you guys are sitting in this area, he's clearly like, no dear, I don't see anything, I'm having a great time. Amy, it is enchantment magic.
Okay.
And he doesn't see anything. Okay.
No, he's just like, no, they're just like, he's like, well, they look a bit shady, if that's what you mean.
I'll just mutter into the ring again. Yeah, it's just us. Wait, he can't see them.
Damn it.
After a couple of minutes, you see a very tall, slender drow woman accompanied by a very kind of like average height, you know, like 5 something kind of thing. Really like stocky, well built, like muscly, like on her back, and they just like are strolling into the room. The one in front, kind of slender, kind of more smaller one, like tall but like slender, sits down in front of the Marquis, and she's like, "I understand you wish to purchase a large sum of product." I realised I was talking to the Marquis.
Yeah, I was like, is he gonna have a conversation with himself or?
Yeah, Alex is like, oh yes, we're investors. You know, we're interested. We like to, you know, party, and he like finger guns. And like you can just see this woman's expression just kind of go like, you can see an eyebrow go up, and she's like, rich kids.
Yeah.
But as this conversation is going on, y'all notice something weird, something funky.
Mm-hmm.
A robed figure is essentially like it's like if they have the levitate spell on, like they don't have to like stand. Their feet are kind of like in that generic like floaty pose, but they're kind of like sitting beside or like kind of like standing beside this woman, and they're kind of a dark. Oh, that was my door. Kind of a. They're kind of like black robes, but like their helmet is kind of this weird, like kind of like goes like push back, and it's kind of got like all these like what's the word? Like not ribbed, kind of like meaty. Looks more like kind of like a brain, like that kind of texture. I'm not sure how you describe like that, other than saying it looks like a brain. But it's like crimson red. Like it looks like a helmet that is around their head, and like it kind of goes down into the robe, kind of like the metal kind of hooks down around the neck, kind of thing. And you can see bits of it's like, you know, what's the word, like clipped on like the neck bit of the robe and stuff. And they're clearly like leaning in, possibly speaking to this individual. You can't tell, but they're kind of like leaned in close to their ear, so like their body posture kind of indicates that they could be talking to them.
Does anyone else kind of acknowledge them?
No. They've kind of like, they're, as much as they're floating, you can see their feet, and their boots are kind of the same crimson red as their helm, as is their like gauntlets, their hands. But the rest of it is like a robe with kind of like the shoulder bits kind of have like those like kind of half capes kind of coming off, you know, kind of go to maybe the center of the spine. They've kind of got like one of them, but they've kind of got like this weird etherealness to them, like gradient again, like boots, but like the bottom of their boots, like as you kind of get closer to the head area, like they kind of become more solid, like the feet and stuff kind of like a little bit translucent kind of stuff. But they're leaning over and they're kind of like going about their business, but they're clearly like whispering into this drowsy ear.
Is the red of their helmet and their boots and their gloves the same red as the threads?
Yes.
Yeah.
But like, are they leaning into whisper and like the drows completely not acknowledging them? Or are they leaning like talking back or leaning back to listen? Like, are they acknowledging this person's here at all?
You could, as this drow woman is speaking to the Marquis, it's basically back and forth. It's like, well, you know, we do a business. She's basically just like fucking like stroking her ego, essentially of how good she is at the drug trade. And as she's speaking, like this helmet's kind of like moving as if someone was like talking, kind of thing. You know what I mean? Like kind of like briefly moving. They're not like completely stationary. It's like someone's just speaking into their ear, but their head's kind of moving just enough to indicate that like they're clearly doing something.
Does she also have a thread around here?
Yes. Everyone bar you guys and Alexander have threads. Bar like the weird headed dude.
Did the threads like lead to this dude, or are the threads disappearing into nothingness still? Like, can we see a connection?
Actually, perception check, please. Oh, nice, well done. You can see very, very tiny, same kind of effect, like, you know, kind of like very whole and then slowly start to fade away, are coming down from this individual's like fingertips. But yeah, it's like as you guys are kind of paying attention to this, you kind of like snap back to like the moment, and she's like, yeah, so we only deal in hundreds. You've made a deposit of 300. That'll get you a few bags. To show that you're, you know, serious about this, we're going to need a solid 1K up front now, please. And she's like, you know, tapping her nails along the nail.
That's a lot of money.
Out of character, I like just spent pretty much all I had left. I had like 400, so I've got like.
Also, Coda, it's worth noting that like you can see your bag of money on the table. It should be her, that kind of...
I'm just very aware of how light my pockets are.
Oh no, yeah, that's fair, buddy. Yeah, I know you will, but that's fair.
Isidora quietly passes it to the Marquis.
Well, she has the 1,000.
Yep.
Really?
What?
How?
I don't buy a lot.
Yeah, Amy doesn't.
See, I spend all of mine on crafting, so yeah.
Yeah, you see.
But yeah, Marquis is like my entourage, and he's just like his eyes are like, thank you. He slides it across. He's like, yeah, give us your best product. He like folds his legs, kind of thing. He's rolling his fingers now, and she takes the coin purse and she looks it over, and she's like, you know, she like bites the gold, kind of thing. She's like, well. And she's like, all right, bring them. And she stands up, and as she stands up, you can see, like, when she stands up, her shoulder, like, essentially, like, clips, if it was a video game, through this, like, hooded, or not hooded, this helmed figure. And they just kind of, like, push back, as if, like, they're swimming almost, kind of, they just push back and kind of, like, move backwards. And, yeah, essentially, like, she's like, right, follow me, kind of thing. She's taking the 1,000 and the 300 kind of coin purses, and she's handed it to the.
You're gonna steal that back.
You better. I need that to craft things.
And the big brute woman with the great sword is like carrying this woman. How's Coda doing there? No?
Not happy about this lady with the great sword, but he's not doing anything.
Yeah, that's fair. And you guys are essentially led down like a darker corridor, that sort of thing. Like, you know, a deeper, darker down. But like as you walk, this drow woman's bragging. It's like, oh yes, our operation is new, but we are more effective than the last. I'm sure you'll know if you're here. And she's like, we don't need to brag.
Oh, we heard such dreadful things. It's so nice to see everything working in order.
He's like, oh, what have you heard?
Oh, you know, just disorganization and getting broken up so easily. All sorts of bad things.
Oh yeah, is that all?
I mean, I'm not one to gossip.
She like stops walking. She's like, oh no, please.
Oh no, that's it. I don't know anything.
Deception?
Yeah. Also, what the fuck voice am I trying to do, you guys? I just don't know.
I don't know, but I love it, so I don't care.
Yeah, no, I don't give a shit. I think it's great.
Whatever it is, it's great.
Has she introduced herself, by the way?
She did not. Neither of them have said names.
Ooh. Well, I guess they're drug dealers. It does make sense.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Ooh, nice, Amy. Nice. Hold on one sec, guys.
No problem.
Right. Yeah, she's like, fair enough. And she like walks up to this big, huge, again, a similar enough iron door, and kind of does. I'm gonna say, everyone give me a perception check to see how she knocks, because I'm assuming everyone's watching her, like not like a hawk, but paying attention,
Carefully.
Kind of thing. Yeah.
Oof.
Come on, Rizbit.
Yeah.
Nice, with
That's
disadvantage?
with disadvantage.
Wow, well done,
Aye.
man. Yeah, that's it. Like Rizbit's focused. He's excited. Coda, Rizbit, you see like she knocks like twice with her index finger, like 4 with her pinky, that kind of thing, and once more with her middle finger. kind of like almost like a little chew. It's like tap 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 tap, like that sort of thing. But you hear like a lot of locks unlocking, and you're like tung 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 tung, and she goes in, like she leads you guys in, and she's like, "Now, which of your entourage will be carrying the product?" And Vladimir is like, "Oh, he's like, oh, all of them." He's like, and he's kind of like looking at everyone, kind of like, "How long do we play this out?"
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering out of character. I'm just like,
what can we see? Like, what can we see in this room?
Yeah, this room is a little bit bigger than the previous one. You can see like essentially this is like the cutting room. You can see like a lot of they look kind of scrawny drow that definitely like probably could wield a sword, but they look more like civilians, and they're kind of just like at a load of tables, like cutting this product, crushing it up with like little hammers kind of thing. They don't look like much. They're kind of doing it in their underwear in true narcos kind of style, like like better not be stealing no drugs, that kind of thing. So it's loads of half-dressed people in the room. You notice that on each side of the room are big, huge, hulking, almost if they're large, minotaur skeletons, brandishing like the biggest of axes.
Into the ring, I'm just gonna quickly think like, should we ask them to lead us to where they cut it? I mean, where they mine it, or should we end this charade here?
Amazing, whatever you guys want to.
I know you want to fight.
There is
Of course I do.
There's a door on the left, the right, and there is a door like. You can like it's a case of like the hallway straight ahead, so left and right are just like wooden doors, and straight ahead is another iron door, but it kind of goes forward for ages, and then it kind of dips a little bit like a little ramp, but you can just see the top of like say like another door, so there's a door straight ahead, that kind of thing. So you've got this wide open room, crates everywhere, half naked people cutting drugs, two giant minotaur dudes, and a door left and right, that kind of thing.
Well, what I'm gonna say into the ring to Coda is, if you think you can talk them into opening the other door, then try.
Me? I was hoping you could, because I can't. I'm not good at.
Let me think. What are they doing? Are they preparing the product for us, or what?
They just seem to be making general just like packing product to be shipped, and this the kind of like boss that I'm assuming you're dealing with, straight up, is kind of like walks you over to one of the tables. He's like, "As you can see, our operation is very efficient, clean cut." But yes, it'll take some time to bag up the required amount. So I'm sure you don't mind waiting nearby, no? She like gestures to like essentially like a small piece of the room that like a lot of the wall has been carved out to basically make like a stone bench. Like it's really crude, like it's literally just like an L shape into the wall kind of thing. And gestures for you guys to like, sit there. It's gonna be like, wait here till you literally see your product being bagged, that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm. And are they staying with us, or?
Well, that's the thing. If you guys sit down, she's occasionally just gonna nod and walk off kind of thing. But if you guys have something to say, like she definitely seems to be kind of like, wait here and I'll go do business thing.
Has the person in the robe followed her?
No, they're kind of just like almost like if they're swimming just around the room, like really high up. But it's also like it's worth noting, the higher they get up, the more they kind of seem to get a bit more transparent.
Okay. But like, if we sit down and she walks off, is she staying in?
No, she is going to the room on the
right. And does her guard go with her?
She does indeed.
Okay. Do we want to? Like, if they walk off, then do we want to try check out if we can get into the mine?
Like, just out of character, I'm thinking, like, it would be, like, difficult to persuade them to, like, oh, give us a tour and show us where you, like, mine it, but, like, it would be less, like, potentially lethal, but also, we're gonna end up fighting these fuckers.
You could use your words and roll a die. That's usually how these things work.
But do we want to?
Well, you know,
I know what Ian's answer is. Ian wants to not do any more talking and kill these minotaurs. I mean,
look, either we ask.
Keep open to you guys. Don't worry.
Look, either we ask and she says no, and we have to break in anyway, or we just go break in now. So
yeah,
we may
as well try. We may as well try.
So yeah, just before she's walking away, I'm gonna point down to the like door at the bottom of the ramp and ask what's down there.
She spins on her heel when you ask, kind of thing, and she's like, "Oh, I'm sorry, it's a need-to-know basis." It's a case of like, do you want to press her forward, or do you just kind of like, okay?
Oh, come on! You can't even give us a hint.
Persuasion check, please, Amy.
Yeah.
Nice.
She kind of as like her body language is like she's going to say something, but as she's like going to say it, you can see her like guard kind of looks at her. I was like, "What are you doing?" And she's like, "Oh, that's where the magic happens." And she smirks, like really like cocky, like she's like,
"Oh, can we have a peek?"
And like both their eyebrows cock, and she's like, "Ooh,
Can I try and say something to aid her?
Oh yeah, of course, yeah, by all means, if you want to.
Well, if we're going to be doing this regularly, if our employer wants to set up a regular business here, maybe might be nice to get a tour of the area.
Yeah, that's fair. Roll a dice and see if you aid Izzy.
Ooh, yeah.
Hey!
Nice, yeah. Izzy, you have advantage.
Nice. Hey!
She's like that. She kind of regains herself after that moment of like. She's like, it's something to consider strongly, yes, and like her bodyguard is just. I'm just going to refer to her as her bodyguard. Kind of like touches her shoulder.
I'm going to refer to her as Stabitha.
Stabitha. Stabitha the Hun. Hunzo Stabitha. Oh, she definitely has like a Hun. Oh, brilliant. But yeah, sorry. The bodyguard woman kind of like puts her hand on the other woman's shoulder, and they kind of like she kind of turns to and she kind of like whispers in her ear, kind of thing. And like they're clearly having like a minor argument, like from the boss's body language is kind of like there's no fucking harm. Like,
did you guys cut out or did I cut out? Oh no, I'm gone. Oh no!
Like it does, it looks like it's going one way or the other. You know, kind of like press it one last time, or you can, like, you know, not take the chance. But it definitely looks like the bodyguard is convincing her to kind of just be like, no, let it go. We don't do this. You're acting weird, kind of thing.
Oh, one little peek won't hurt, and it'll be good for business.
We're investing a lot of money in this, and we can invest more.
Yeah, guys, roll.
Please.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nice.
No, yeah. You see, like the boss trap woman. She's like, "I'm the boss," and she's like, "We enjoy." And she's like,
"Shit, guys, sorry, I'm gone really robot-y. I can't hear you guys at all."
No.
Oh shit, Laura, do you want to
no,
like
it's back.
restart?
No, it's really weird. It just cuts out for a few seconds, then it just goes back. It's fine. I've stopped streaming. I'm just gonna record because I'm thinking that might be taking up more internet than it's
fair.
right now.
Yeah, no, that's cool.
But,
Or we're still recording.
Yeah, we're still recording. Yeah.
Okay.
Sure, it's 5 minutes from the break. At the break, I'll just
at the break, I'll try and do a reset thing. But like for now, just keep going. Just keep going.
Yeah, that's fine. So essentially, the bodyguard woman almost looks offended. So she's like, "You know what? Do what you want. Do what you want, boss." So she continues to the right room.
Does the person in the robe react to any of this?
They are like kind of almost like if they're floating, like kicking back, like they've got like one leg up over the other, and they're kind of like looking as it unfolds, like scratching where their chin would be, kind of thing. Like they're more just like observing more so than kind of what's this.
Okay.
But yeah, the boss lady's like, "Oh, fuck you, I'm the boss. I'm the boss. Pimps don't cry, I'm a pimp." So she's like, right, come on. Like leads you to the back door.
Point.
She shoots Izzy a look. The Marquis is like, I don't know what he's like clearly. He's like, I didn't plan this far ahead. My brain is on fire. It's like, I don't know what to do with my hands. But you guys go up to the back door, and she takes out this like massive clockwork key. This key is moving.
Oh boy.
This is a machine-looking key.
Oh boy.
And she slides it into this contraption in the door, which you would know to be a lock, but it's clearly like a mechanical lock. And you hear like a click, 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 and she turns it to the right hard, and like, you know, you hear like more click, 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 click. And like the door opens, but it's kind of like an air pressure change, like a kind of thing. And she's like, well, and gestures for you guys to walk in.
Yeah, I'll go through.
Yeah. Before you is a beep.
Sorry, just a. I find it amusing that, like, you know, we only allow the most elite people into the forest, and then it's like, I don't know what to do with my hands. Like, this guy does not belong here.
Hey, it's one thing to enforce law, but like when it's this far into the when do we spring the trap? He's just like, yeah. So yeah. You guys are let in, and the door shuts behind you. When the door shuts, like, she's with you, but when the door shuts behind you, you can clearly see that this thing is clearly mechanical, like advanced mechanical machinery shit. Before you was a vast open area, like essentially it's like a really long mine shaft that's really large, and like you can see struts holding up the walls and stuff. But near the center, down into kind of like a pit, is this like massive, like not obelisk, but like small mound vein thing, and there's all this crystal, like it's just brimming with it. And you see this massive gargantuan like ogre thing. It looks like an ogre but slightly bigger. Like mining away with this massive hammer. But you notice that it's got, like, on its belt is a hook on the left, and a like kind of looks just like a hammer, like a big mason's hammer. But they are connected to kind of like a what's the word, like a load of chain at the back, like if it can be pulled out and reeled in, sort of thing. Okay. And like you see, like the spine of this thing has clearly been reinforced with really advanced machinery, and this thing is it's like half machine, half ogre kind of thing. And this thing is just mining away with this massive pickaxe, like taking chunks out of this rock at a time, and it's kind of just going about its business, but it's clearly like very mechanical. And she's like, well, this is the operation. Good old Mondu down there does most of the work, but he's a good worker. And like it kind of like, as she's like, it says its name, it kind of looks over, and like it kind of like just seems like annoyed but like content to go about its work, but it's clearly got like loads of advanced machinery working away. She kind of likes to look back at you as if like, I care to say anything.
What's his story? How'd you get a guy like that?
Persuasion check, please, Izzy.
Yeah.
Fucking treading some interesting waters now, boy.
What else?
I'm just waiting for a slip up, like, and we're gonna have to fight this thing.
Drugs.
That is not.
Oh, I jinxed it. Oh fuck.
That is not a critique of like your question, Amy. It's
hey,
more
Ian, you ready to kill him?
I know. Don't worry.
Totally.
Anyway.
She kind of like cocks an eye, and she's like, I'd be careful what questions you ask. Some things you just don't need to know. After all, you're here to buy the product, not inspect what we do or what our benefactors give us. So why don't you just tone it back a bit, Missy? What was your name again?
Dolly.
Dolly, okay. Where are you from, Dolly?
It's a little embarrassing. My folks come from the swamps around Deadman's Haven.
Oh, deception, please, Amy. That was a great line. Yeah. I like that.
You're a swamp yokel.
Yeah.
Hey, Laura, you said you were disguised. What was your disguise again? Oh yeah, you just look kind of like.
I didn't specify. Another shifty looking, like Veil-esque, addicty looking dude. I guess I'll just be human.
Yeah,
very
like
nondescript, dodgy human. I realize now though that I forgot I was disguised. I was using my normal voice, but oh well.
Yeah.
I feel like Isidora is kind of a performer. Coda doesn't know how to like do a voice.
Rizbit's Rizbit.
Rizbit's just Rizbit in a big bear mask.
Pretty much.
Yeah, she's like, no, that's fine. Yeah, swamps are nice this kind of year. Yeah. Because no, it was. Yeah, no, that's fine. And she looks around and she's like, yeah. So, how you never mentioned your employer that you wanted to set up a line. Who are they exactly?
You're looking at him, and she gestures to the marquee.
He's like, oh yes, I would like to set up like it's like a little drug operation. And like as he says that, she's just like, oh, whoa, where the drug operation? And he's like, oh, no, that's not what I meant. It's just and he's clearly like fumbling his words, and he's kind of like stammering a lot.
Can I ask just before we go any further? Did the robe follow us in?
Perception check, please, Izzy.
Ooh.
Nice.
Oh, nice, Amy with the rolls. Everyone with the rolls. You can see the faintest faint of its helmet shape, like peeking out from the rocks. Like it can travel. It seems to be able to pass through the rocks.
Okay.
But it's like just kind of like, but it's like clearly like looking directly at you guys.
Yeah.
And she's like, "Oh, are you okay? You seem a bit nervous." And he's just like, oh, "I'm fine. It's just I'm just nervous. I just haven't had a hit." And like as he says that, like all in the most fluid of motions, she like pulls out like a pipe, and she's like, "Oh, here you go." He's like, "Take the edge off," and he's just like, he shoots a look to everyone else that essentially is like, are we like, what do we do? Do I do this? Kind of, like it gets a telltale option of like it's slowly going up to his mouth, but it's like really cartoonish where his mouth is like, and he's like, "Do I do this?"
Can I try to like? I mean, I'm definitely not gonna. I'm not a smooth person, but like, can I try and like fake a like stumble into him and knock it out of his hand? Like, oh, clumsy, like oops, kind of thing, or is that way too like?
That's going to be a variety of roles. That's going to be 1 performance and 2 deception.
Oh Jesus Christ! All right, here goes
buddy.
charisma, boy. This is not gonna work. Sorry, guys.
Good luck.
Yeah, buddy, go on. I believe in you. So that's which one?
Performance and then whatever the other one was, deception.
Yeah, you like Coda does it like well. So like what exactly does he do? Tell me.
So he's like he's going to like take the pipe to take a hit because he's like, oh, he sees this and he's like, oh yeah, great, and then he kind of stumbles and knocks it out of Alexander's hand and oops, oh sorry,
Yeah, kind of like you can see like this pipe like smashes into the ground and like the dose essentially rolls off the side. But as it rolls, you can see that the crystalline was really nice. It was a really vibrant color, which you'd kind of hazard a guess it was pretty much like it wasn't cut with shit or like painted to look nice. So it was probably a really nice quality. It probably would have been worse to take it. Not worse to take it, but like if you took it,
it would have been strong.
Yeah, it would have been strong. Yeah, that's the best way to put it. And it kind of rolls away. And she kind of looks at Coda kind of thing. And she's like, "Can you get your like addicts under control, please?" And he's just like, of course. And he turns and just like, it's softly, but with a lot of feeling to convince, essentially like backhands Coda.
Yeah, I'll try and, like, act like it's pretty bad. I guess try and aid him in that.
What have I told you?
Sorry. I wanted to hit.
He grabs him by the throat and he's like, "I'll deal with you later," and shoves him away kind of thing. And she's just like, "No, proper order.
Rory, would you behave?"
What did you call him?
Maury.
Oh god.
He's just like
muttering like, "Oh yeah, sorry."
And like the Marquis is like, "Can't take you anywhere. Disgrace." And she walks ahead and she's like kind of put both hands behind her back, looking at like the ogre and the mound, and she's like, "Oh yes, I'm quite proud of this operation." Like Alexander isn't paying attention; he's just mouthing and Cody's like, "I'm sorry."
I was gonna give him like a little thumbs up, like it's okay.
He gives a thumbs up. We're gonna break there, guys, because I realize it's 25. But yeah, sorry, we'll come back. 5-10 minutes either side, guys. Back to this. So, yes, boss lady, kind of like admiring the view, kind of like, "Oh god, this is my empire." And she kind of turns and she kind of like, "Ooh," and she like kind of, it's like something on the wall catches her eye, and she goes over and there's kind of like this weird fungus growing. She kind of like snaps load it off and starts like nibbling on it, and she's like, "Oh, want some?" and like gestures it towards the party.
What's that?
Ooh, Darren.
Hello.
Darren.
Hello, yes.
I would like to use my proficiency at identifying Underdark plants to do this.
Why do you have perfect? Why?
Because me and Alexander went on a really nice romantic tour of the Underdark with a druid. That was part of my downtime.
Amy, I've never heard you so uninterested ever. Like, it's just like, wow.
I got a 22. What is this moss?
Oh god.
This moss looks like kind of a small human tongue. But oddly enough, Coda, with your knowledge, you actually don't know the name of this. You've never seen it. It could even be an exotic fungus for all you. But she's like, it's really good.
I can't believe I got a proficiency in identifying Underdark plants,
right?
and I got a 22, and I couldn't identify this fucking plant. I can't believe this. I quit D&D, I'm done. This was the most specific proficiency I have ever fucking encountered. No,
so yeah, guys, the offer is to eat some. Would you like to eat some?
I ask her what it is.
She's like, oh, it's just tongue. It's tasty. It's chewy. It's minty.
I'll have some.
Cool, yeah. Anyone else joining in?
Not on the job, I don't think. Especially not with Maury over here. Always causing trouble, aren't you, Maury?
And he's like, I know, but it's all so nice to kick back. And he takes some, he's really like, I don't know what I'm doing. Coda, what do you do?
Wait, so Rizbit and Alexander are doing it?
Yes. They're eating some
I'll
weird tongue.
abstain, because I feel like if it's a half and half situation,
Yeah,
if two of them are out of commission. Dog, will you stop? Sorry.
Okay, no, that's fair, that's fair. Rizbit, con save.
Oh boy.
I figured.
Okay, Alex, fine.
Good. That's one of two. Sorry, Amy, just while they're wow, nice!
Yay!
Amy, can you just give a rundown? What are all of our names?
I'm Dolly, you're Maury, Alex is the Marquis, Rizbit is...
Tidbit.
Tidbit. I love it.
Hey.
Yeah, no, like,
I feel like
you
we're
guys
in
are
an
fine.
awful AU, I love it.
Underdark AU. Yeah, all of you
Dickens novel.
all of you chew on this weird tongue-shaped fungus. It doesn't seem to do anything. Yeah, no, I mean, like, the guys who do take it. Like, it's fine, yeah, everyone's fine. Yeah, it's
The
grand,
braver
cool.
boys.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's that. She's like, well, let's go back inside, I guess. And she gestures to the door.
I say to the rings, this is kind of it. Like, either we do something, we're not gonna get in here again.
What do we do?
Don't stab her.
Well, we'd like to take them in non-lethally if possible.
Sorry?
We have to try and take them in
not great.
non-lethally if possible. Can you do it without killing her?
I can try. If she tries to kill me, I'm gonna try and kill her. No, she just does in self-defense.
If you could just beat her to a sort of living pulp, maybe? Not death?
With my hands? Like some sort
No,
of
like,
primitive-
hit her with the back of your sword. Just hit her in the head or something.
Fine.
Sorry, Ian, I don't know how that sentence ended, but all I heard was, like, beat her with my bare hands, like some sort of pervert.
No.
Oh my god.
That's much better.
Also, just disclaimer, because it's fun. If you guys had, well, Rizbit, if you had failed, or if Alex, or had anyone failed those tests, or the con saves, you would have, do you just want to know what the fungus does?
Yeah.
It is called the Tongue of Madness. If you fail to save, for the next hour, you have to compulsively speak very loudly your every thought.
Oh my
That
God.
is, I'm so glad Alex saved. Oh my god.
Oh god, that's
I don't ever want to hear all of his inner thoughts. They're not good.
Some of the funguses that are like, oh man, they're so cool. But anyway, so what are you guys doing? Are you like trying to solid snake this motherfucker?
Yeah, if she, like, turns her back to take us back out of the room, like, maybe we try knock.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah,
I'm trying to see if I have any, like, anything that could help, but I feel like it's Rizbit. I feel like it's
I'll
all
knock her out
Rizbit.
with my pistol.
Yeah, I'm not gonna pistol whip her. I've already pistol whipped Esme's mother. I feel like this is a Rizbit job. Just whack her with the, like, handle of his sword or something.
Yeah, I'll give that a shot. Do you want me to roll down?
Oh, yeah, please do.
Does she see it coming? Would it be an act of surprise?
It would indeed be a surprise, yes.
So I have advantage.
Correct.
Nice! Oh,
29.
very nice.
Nice. Okay, yeah, roll for damage.
Is this when I put the combat music on, or...?
We'll see now.
I'll just hover over the change button.
12. And if that doesn't
Yeah.
bring her down, can I try and hit her again?
I'm gonna say, like, it's a case of, like, dumb, and she's like, oh, but, like, it's a case of Rizbit has an opportunity to strike once more, and then we'll go from there.
Oh, okay.
Cool. Would that be... She wouldn't be really surprised for it, would she?
No, this won't
She
be
just
like
whacked her with a sword. She's not surprised anymore.
You never know.
Nice.
I don't know, if I go whack with the sword, I'd be pretty surprised.
Ronnie?
Oh, yeah, dude, that hits. Roll again.
14.
Okay, nice damage. Jeez, right. Okay, guys, so... Yeah, you go like dum dum. She's like, what the fuck? And she kind of like stumbles into the door, kind of thing. Hasn't drawn her weapon, and she's like, what the fuck? And she's like looking at Rizbit. Coda, can I have a strength save, please?
What?
Yeah.
Strong boy.
Yeah, cool. Essentially, this like massive hook like digs into Coda, like from behind where the ogre would be, and like he feels it like ripping him back, but like it kind of like dislodges from his armor and kind of snaps off, sort of thing, and goes flying back. I'm just gonna set up the battle map 1 second. Guys.
Yeah.
But yeah, the battle music is indeed playing.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, there's Esme, but she's not on the board.
I feel like Neil would have enjoyed this. I'm so sad he's missing it. This is so fun.
Especially
We're talking about him like you said. Oh,
Yeah, I know. You know who would have liked this, Neil? I'm having flashbacks to like that thing that like ages ago in like one of our early sessions where it was just like the Flinton guy was like, you know who liked this? My father, and he's dead. And my brother, he liked this. He's dead too. You know who liked snow? Harry liked snow. That was so funny. Jeez.
Initiative, friend.
yeah. Make some noise.
Coda, how you have a +9, you jerk.
Oh my god!
Where's my music gone? Oh wow, well done.
Oh!
I got higher than Coda.
Yeah, and you like, yeah. Oh, there's my music. It took fucking ages to
I
come
only
on.
have a +1.
Essentially, as this like, oh yeah, I'll show you something.
Yeah, I'm supposed to be like quick draw gunslinger McShooty pants, but nah.
I was gonna say, as this happens, like Alex essentially draws his sword and he's like, "I'll take care of the big guy," and he runs off over there, just on the map for the sake of placement.
No!
As in the ogre?
Yeah.
Get back.
Rizbit's not gonna be happy about that. Rizbit's gonna kill that ogre. Let's be real.
Oh, I mean, like, I'm sure you guys will be fine, but up first is Isidora.
Well,
What's
I
that? Is
did
that-
have a plan, then Alexander ruined it.
Why? What was your plan?
The purple line is the door, by the way.
Purple line. Right, okay. And, like, is she trying to open it, or is she trying to attack?
It's more a case of it's just there to show you guys in terms of placement. Like, she's been smacked up against it, and she's like, doesn't have her weapon out. She's essentially like, ugh.
Well, at least I can drop the stupid accent now. Can she make a wisdom save?
Yes, 1 sec.
What was your plan, Amy?
I was gonna cast Shatter, but it's a 10-foot radius.
Oh, alright, so you hit Alexander. Stupid
Unless...
Alex.
Well, she... No, I think she passes, but she still takes half damage from Dissonant Whispers.
Okay, cool.
So... She takes 5. Because you round down, don't you?
Yeah, you do need. Yeah, I believe so. Cool.
And I'm gonna give Bardic Inspiration to Coda.
Thank you.
Rizbit, you're up, buddy.
Cool, I'm gonna run up to her and keep hitting her in the face.
Yeah.
Rock and roll.
All of this is non-lethal damage, by the way.
Okay.
The non-lethal face pummeling.
23 and 28.
Oh yeah, both hit.
22 damage total.
Wowzers, nice. Yeah, she's already like, oh god, jeez. And with that it is Coda.
Cool. I'd rather not watch my fiance get beaten to a pulp, so I'm gonna attack the ogre. So I'll do 2. Do I want to mix this up? Yeah, fuck it. Let's treat ourselves and have a bit of fun. So first one, sharpshooter with advantage using 1 grit point. Second one, sharpshooter violent shot using 1 other grit point.
Cool. The 15 misses, but
I have never hit with the violent shot. It's so annoying. Anyway, sorry.
But no, yet roll for the 19, and I will give you some flavor in a second.
Flavor, you say?
That's 21 for the first one. I don't know, I'll wait for the flavor. I was gonna action surge, but I'll wait for the flavor and see what happens, and I might not.
Oh,
so I'll see what happens.
That's fair. Oh, 21. Oh, jeez, that's nice damage. The second shot, as you go to fire, you see, like, spectral kind of, like, lines come up out of your hand, and you're essentially, when you're, like, bang, and you go to shoot again, your arm is, like, jolted to the right, you're going to shoot off to the right.
Fun. We are not alone. Can I, like, do I see anything to the right, or is it just, like, something's pulling me, like, invisible?
And not something, like, literally just tugged Coda's arm to the right, like, abruptly.
Something
like,
physical, or...?
I mean, it's a spectral, like, red thread around your hand.
Yeah,
kind of thing. Like, the thread is going upwards, though.
Can I look up?
Yeah, so it's free, actually, to look up. You can't see anything.
Cool. I'll hold off on the action surge. I'll just end my turn there.
Cool. It is the Strow's go. Yes, it is. She's gonna strike you, Rizbit. She's gonna, like, rip out her blade, and, like, essentially as she's ripping it out, she's, like, swiping upwards with it. That kind of thing.
Bring it.
Once. There we go. Thank you. Wait, what?
You got a decent chunk of damage into her before she even got to move, which was nice.
Yeah.
That has to be wrong.
What?
Oh no, I'm just looking at the stat block for, like, the Drows, and, like, with a short sword, they can hit from 10 feet. What? Like, that's clearly... Oh, wow.
Wow.
Well, Rizbit's still within the standard hit range, but that must be a typo on the site. I won't say. She gets a multi-attack. Oh, jeez. A crit and a 20, bud.
Yeah, my AC's back to 20, so that hits.
Yeah, that's fair. Okay, I'm going to tell you the max damage, like, the total damage you take, and can I have a con save, please? So you take 21 piercing damage total, and a con save, please.
If this is drow poison, oh boy, I hope you succeed this con save.
It rolled onto a 20 and then onto the 2.
Oh, that was you are Rizbit, you're poisoned. A standard poison, in other words, well, it's poison, but you're going to take a chunk of damage.
Oh, not drow poison. Okay, good.
Yeah, no, you don't find yourself getting sleepy, but
you are drow poison.
Yeah, it puts you to sleep.
Yeah, poison is metal as fuck. They literally made it so they could take down elves because elves can't be magically put to sleep. So they made poison.
I love that.
Drow poison is go. Silk made so much of it in RD. I had, like, a stash of drow poison.
I have played like 7,000 drow. I love drow poison.
Drow poison is one of my favorite things. Ian, you take a total of 10 poison damage, and you're poisoned. At the end of your next turn, you can repeat the save as you so on. And for the next, like, I think it's like 10 minutes, you're poisoned. But essentially, you have disadvantaged attack rolls as a result of being poisoned, because that's essentially just what standard poison does.
Yeah.
And with that, Isidora, can you make a will save?
Yep. What's my whiz? Alex.
Ooh, nice. You feel like these like spectral strings start to tighten around like your key body parts, like almost to a choking point where they'd have full control, and you're kind of like shake it off, and they kind of dissipate slightly.
Okay.
You see this ogre kind of like swing down on Alexander, hitting him in the shoulder, like not kind of like just nicking him sort of thing, and Alexander spins and like drives his rapier up into this thing's gut. They're still going. They're having their little tiff. I'll move them over here for cinematic effect. I'm on wrong. There we go. Boop. Look at that cinematics. Isidora, you're up.
Where is the big vein of crystal in relation to the ogre?
It is like 5 feet behind the ogre, so I realise that's on the board, but like a square, and then that's the start of the massive vein.
What I want to do is cast Shatter on that, so it's a 10-foot radius, so it should still hit him.
Yeah, that's cool.
If he's like mechanical and there's metal on him, he has disadvantage on the saving throw.
Wow, Amy, this is A
that
plus
is such
playage.
a good move.
This is such yeah, this is
excellent.
Cool. So
what it's a con save.
It's a con save.
And things made of metal are
and crystal. So
ooh, excellent.
So
I assume the rock can't save if it's just inanimate rock.
Hey boy.
Yeah. This thing gets an 8, and the crystal is the crystal. Well, it's a Morvain.
So that's 3 days.
Also, after Amy's go, I'll be back in 2 seconds. I just need to do a thing really quick. But this is really good.
12 damage.
12 damage. Cool.
This is shatter on like crystal and stone, and the metal that this guy is made of, like all around a 10-foot radius. Yeah,
you see the mechanical parts of this creature, like the like extra add-ons, like kind of like boom, and you hear like gears ripping and tearing, and you see it kind of like hunk over onto one knee, and it lets out like this massive roar of agony. The back of its head is kind of like bombarded with shards of this ore. Alexander in front of him, so it kind of shields him. You guys kind of just get like stray rocks hitting your chest. It's fine, but this ore vein has just cracked clean open, and like this crystal, like the kind of pinkish crystal vibrant hue, is kind of like a smoky gas is like just leaking into the room. And like
I stop breathing.
Yeah, I forgot you could do that. It washes over Alexander, and he just like you can hear him giggling uncontrollably, like in the cloud.
Oh dear.
We're all about to get very high.
Very, very high. I will be back in 2 seconds, guys. I'm sorry, back a second.
Oh boy.
Well, so much for that plan.
I wonder if we still have our masks from the Red Forest, because we could always just like throw those on if we can.
I mean, I'm sure you do. Don't see why you'd get rid of them.
I don't want to carry them around either, though. It's like we're not.
We were wearing them in Uria.
We were. Okay, so we do still have them. It's not a bad idea. I mean, Alexander's fucked, but that's fine. He'll be fine.
Be fine.
I'm loving the aesthetic of this like puppet master dude.
Yeah, me too.
It's very cool.
Same.
We're definitely gonna have to fight our way out of this place now with those fucking minotaurs and everything.
It's fine by me.
Oh yeah, I know. You need to get your minotaur skull helmet.
Exactly.
Which is a bitchin' look. I really want to draw that. That's like one of the first things on my list when I get my Christmas break and I have free time to draw.
Awesome.
Just Rizbit in a fucking minotaur skull helmet. So cool! Like, Rizbit keeps being at this level where it's like he couldn't get any cooler, and then he just does, and it's ridiculous.
Hello. You see the door behind the drow starts being dum dum, and you see, like the iron is kind of like dinting in, as if something's trying to smash its way through.
That's going to be our friend.
Speak of the devil.
That was Isidora's go. Rizbit, you're up, buddy.
Okay, I'm gonna try and hit this person first. I've got a disadvantage here.
Yes, indeed, buddy. You have to repeat it at the end of the time.
Woo!
27 and 22 anyway.
Yeah, sure.
Yes. Good day for rolling them bones.
21 total damage.
Jesus, yeah, she is like on her last leg. She's like, fucking Christ.
19 con save.
Yeah, you feel the poison kind of like leave your body. Like, ooh, you shake it off, kind of shake your face, kind of thing.
Sweet. Oh no, my turn's ended. Doesn't matter, but then.
What do you mean? What were you saying?
Like, you only roll the con save at the end of your turn, so I was like, better to do something else. I realize my turn's over now.
Ah, okay, fair. Sorry. Coda, you're up, bud.
Yeah, I'm gonna go for the ogre again, because Alex isn't in a great way over there. I'll use my last grid point for another advantage on the first one.
Cool.
Oh, Coda! Yeah, first one hits, second one fucking misfires, so no gun for me. But I'll do the damage for the first one.
Yeah, please and thank you.
Alright. Got with a bang, you fucking jerk. See, I'm weighing up. I could action surge and use that action to repair the gun.
Oh, cool, yeah. I mean, like, if you
just
want.
thinking I want to stay in the fucking fight and not waste another turn. So yeah, I'll action surge and try and fix the gun. So is that with advantage?
Yeah, your Tinker's tools, the gloves give you advantage on repair.
21.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, like Coda like spins the guns very flush, very flamboyant, but he like unjams it in one kind of like smooth, nice revolver ocelot style move. Cool. This drow lady is coming at you again, Ian.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Laura, is that all you want to do? I apologize.
Oh yeah, that's all I can do.
Yeah, cool.
First one hits, second one misses.
Cool. Hold on, I'll tell you now. You take where is it? You take 7 piercing damage from that blade.
Cool.
You hear like fighting with Alexander and the ogre. You hear like smashing into the ground. It kind of like whimpering almost. You kind of hear him like, "Ha on guard." He's clearly having a good time. And like the cloud essentially washes over Coda and Izzy. Like it's essentially reaching you guys. Can I have con saves, please? Sorry. Oh yeah, Izzy's not breathing. You're fine.
Sorry. So cheeky.
19.
Yeah, no, that's cool. Your throat's a bit burnt, Coda, but you're fine. The door, like, actually, hold on, sorry, Rizbit, can I have a dex save, please?
You can.
Would it be a free action to like kind of shout out to Rizbit to put his mask on?
It would be a free action to yell out to him like, "Put your mask on," but that's like it would take action to take out your mask, that kind of thing.
Right, okay, never mind.
No, you can still do it. It's just a case of.
I mean, I guess I'll warn him that the gas is coming then, and if he wants to use his action to do that, but like, you know, I'll let him know.
Like essentially, this drow woman's like, "What the fuck?" And like the door just comes off the hinges and just like smashes her in the back of the head, and she just goes down. Rizbit, you get plastered in the face by this door.
So I can't be knocked down because of that.
You can't. It kind of like hits Rizbit's head, doing 10 bludgeoning damage. Wow. And kind of like veers off to the right, just kind of missing Izzy and embedding itself in the wall.
I love the image of a door hitting Rizbit in the face and just bouncing off him.
Yeah, like literally, like immovable object needs physical stuff. And these two minotaurs come sprinting in. Like, one gets here and one gets here.
Oh no, it doesn't matter because it never left my influence. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Cool. And with that, we are back to Isidora.
I'm on 46 health, by the way. I'm okay for the moment.
Okay, well, I'll keep that in mind anyway. Yeah, actually, you will need hope in a moment.
No, I have a plan,
I mean, look at those dudes.
I have a plan.
Okay. Can you do like a whirlwind move where you kill everyone in your vicinity?
Not that, but I have a plan.
No, fighters can only do that in 4E. Actually, wait, no, Battle Masters can in 5E, but Rizbit's not a paladin. Or, he's a paladin. He's on a fire. Yeah, so, what's your plan, Izzy?
Let me look up one thing.
Yeah, of course, do take your time,
Apologies.
It's okay.
Alexander's just kind of cackling in the background.
Is he okay? How's he doing?
Alexander.
Yeah, he's fine. He's kind of got a little bit of blood coming out of his forehead from being like walloped with this gigantic mallet of stone, but like he's too high to notice.
Oh well, that's good, I guess.
He's just gonna run up and be like, "Icarus, it is me, Alexander."
Stick with the mustache, like, psst, it's me. I'm in a cunning disguise.
Yeah. Okay. Can the Minotaur that's closest to us make a wisdom save?
Yeah, 1 second, let me double check the stats.
Are you Crown of Madnessing him? Because I really hope you're Crown of Madnessing him. Minotaur on Minotaur fight.
17, is he?
I love the fact it's -1.
That's so annoying. Yes, unfortunately, the Crown of Madness does not take our package.
Oh, it was Crown of Madness! That would have been amazing. That's such a cool idea.
Well, let me double check. Because I don't think it does damage otherwise.
It just fails.
Yeah.
That's such a shame because that's a bitchin' idea.
Well, next time. Oh, yeah, no, that's me.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah,
Rizbit.
sorry, yeah.
Oh, no, you're fine. You're fine. Don't worry about it. Rizbit, you're up.
Cool. I activate my mask.
Oh.
Ooh, you got rage, yeah!
Yeah! Boy.
And then I'm going to swing twice at the Minotaur closest to the others.
Rock and
22
roll.
and 25, Daz.
22 and 25 hit.
Cool. I'm going to add 2 level 3 smites to this.
Oh.
Do I get anything extra from rage, or is it just simply that I take half damage?
This rage specifically, it's just resistance. But I think actual rage for barbarians, you get like a +2 and plus like it goes up as you level, just flat damage increase. But this is more just the resistance of taking a fucking beating.
So these things are undead?
They are indeed, my friend. They are big hulking undead skeletons.
Okay, so this is 4d6
Okay.
plus 10d8s.
Whoa!
Jesus, okay. Fight's over, guys.
Oh, that's a lot of ones.
Everyone go home.
Oh.
That's still a hell of a lot of damage.
Which one are you striking, sorry?
The one closest to Coda and Isidora.
Yeah, like you essentially leave one of its legs off. It's still alive, but like it just goes down into this thing. Sorry, you attacked twice, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's a case of like goes down one, you see a chunk of it come off, and Rizbit's like, if I go again, this is, and strikes down, and this thing's like on one leg, kind of like hobbled over, but like it lets out this big demonic roar. It's still kicking, but it's clearly on like its literal last leg.
Woohoo!
That was Rizbit. Is that all, Ian?
That is all I do.
Cool, Coda, you're up, bud.
I'm also gonna use one of my mask abilities.
Ooh, nice.
So I want them both to make the two guys in that square to make a dex save.
Oh wow. Okay. Oh wow. All right.
This is the first time I've ever used this.
Woo! We're all using our math today.
Oh wow, 3
They
and
both
6.
suck ass, so they're both falling prone because I've made everything greasy. I'm a gross, greasy boy.
Greasy boy!
Greasy boy! Yeah, so they both.
Greasy, dirty boy.
They both fall prone, and anything else that enters that area or enters turn there must also save a dex save. And that's difficult terrain. So yeah, they're both prone.
Yeah,
Greasy,
like
dirty crime boy.
They video game like wow. And slip. Well,
it must be particularly shitty for the one with one leg.
One leg.
I feel really bad.
Yeah.
He just looks at Cody and he's like, "Come on, man."
That's all I do.
Drow lady isn't getting back up because she ate a door.
Is she alive? Is she okay?
I don't care. No, I do care because we have to take our money back.
We have to take her in alive. Also, we have to, take our money back.
I mean, she's not moving, guys. A steel door came off its hinges and hit her in the back of the head.
I really didn't want to kill anyone, but...
Just gonna say it wasn't me.
Yeah, it was sort of the Minotaur's fault.
Thank you, Ian. Thank you. With that, you hear Alex fighting the ogre, and he's like, "I think I've nearly got it." And you hear like a big thud, and he's like, "Ow!" The cloud washes over Rizbit.
Sweet.
Can't save, buddy.
17.
Yeah, your throat burns, but you're like, I'm fine. It is now Minotaur with one leg's go. He stands up.
How? He's
gonna fucking. Oh jeez, what are you doing?
He stands up in the grease with one leg. Like that's pretty. I have a lot of respect for this dude.
A 9 and an 18, Rizbit.
Both miss.
Fantastic. The other one is going to stand up. And it's difficult terrain, did you say, Laura?
Yes, also, if that dude ended his turn, he has to make another dex save, the one who stood up.
Cool. I know, Ian, you get an opportunity check, so I'll do the dex save, and then you can do your opportunity check.
Cool.
How does it work with large creatures where, like, if he's still sort of in the square, does he still count as, like...
Yeah, technically.
Yeah, okay. So that dude fails, so he's prone again, the first guy with one leg, and then, yeah.
Man, one leg is having a bad day.
The other guy is technically still in that zone, so he
only does it at the end of his turn. No, he only has to do it at the end of his turn.
Oh, okay, cool. So, Rizbit, you hit.
Yeah.
This guy's gonna fall prone anyway. Queued up. Future has been foretold.
Well, unless but he can do his action first.
Like... Yeah. 11 damage. Nice.
Does that square affect me?
No, you're not. It's just under you. No, it's...
No, but I mean if I go into it.
Yes.
Yes.
It's
God,
greasy.
Fuck. I have an ability where I can follow them.
25 and 28 against you, Izzy.
25 and 20?
Yep.
Yeah, they hit.
I'll tell you now, one sec.
Rizbit, don't you want to step into the grease zone?
Izzy, you take 34 slashing damage.
Ooh, that's not good.
These guys are brandishing gigantic, almost anime levels of giant machete.
Berserk swords.
Yeah, essentially, like their weapons are just like obnoxiously large. These guys actually don't have threads around them, but you haven't seen any threads in a while. But with that, we zip all the way back to Isidora.
Well, let's put those big anime swords to good use. Can the one in front of me make another wisdom save? See if this one sticks.
Come on. He's got a minus one. Come on.
Oh my god.
What a jerk.
Loaded dice. Just messing.
Loaded dice.
The computer's loaded. Okay, fuck it then. I'm just gonna cast Healing Word on myself. Because I got schmacked.
Fun update, I just accidentally kicked my cat again.
Leave that poor creature alone!
He's asleep under the table, right under where my feet are. So every time I move my feet, I accidentally, like, nudge him. It's not my fault.
That's fair. That's fair. You heal yourself a little, Amy. Is it?
Yep, not by much, but it's the thought that counts.
Exactly. Oh, yeah. Hey, that's solid. Cool. Is that all, Amy?
Yeah.
Rizbit, you're up, buddy.
Well, I'm gonna thatch this guy twice. He's on the ground, isn't he?
He's prone, yeah.
He's on the ground, yes.
Actually,
he's-
first, before I do that,
They're both prone, actually, now.
let's set my sword on fire.
Oh, nice.
27. Wow.
Wow, nice.
I'm gonna add 2 level 2 smites to this.
Is this the dude who was nearly dead?
Actually, is it worth doing that?
It's
Darren?
probably... I mean...
Sure, swing the first one and give me damage, and we'll see what happens.
Okay. Sorry, that's meant to be +6, not +10 for some reason, so it's actually 31 damage.
Yeah, no, this dude like goes down. He dies.
Okay.
You can use your other swing on the second dude.
The flame ignites the grease.
Oh my god.
I'm just gonna step around it.
What?
And can I use my second attack then for this dude?
Yeah.
Is he been knocked down?
He's also prone, yeah.
Yes, indeed.
18.
18 hits.
Okay, and then I'm gonna do my second level 2 on this one instead. $37 damage again.
Wow.
Wow. Yeah, this thing isn't looking too great. It's technically on fire now because it's all greased up and on fire. Rizbit, is that all you wish to do?
That is all I can do.
Cool. Coda, you're up, buddy.
Okay. There's no sign of this red thread dude, no?
From what you can see, no.
I'll try and help out with the ogre then again. So I'm out of grip points, but I'll take 2 sharpshooter shots at him anyway. Ugh. I assume 20 hits?
20 hits.
17 damage.
Oh,
It's
nice.
not quite 37, guys.
You hear it roar as it collapses.
Is it dead?
It sounds like it.
Then I get a grit point back. Sweet.
Con save, please.
Me? Okay.
Yes.
Oh, we're still in the gas.
Nice. Yeah, Coda, your throat burns a little, but you're fine. Is that all you wish to do?
Yeah, that's all I can do.
Alex is like, I totally killed it.
Yeah, I ain't seen shit. I'm kind of like, yeah, you go, girl. You know, I don't know, whatever I'm saying. But like, that didn't sound very in character, but you know what I mean.
You hear running coming from the hallway behind you.
Oh boy.
Brandishing a large greatsword, almost as if in a frenzy with rage, comes barreling down the hallway is this big, beefy drow woman.
It's Tabitha.
And she kind of like sprints in, like springboards off this flaming chap and like lands here kind of thing. And as she lands, she's going to drive her sword down into Rizbit twice.
Bring it. "24 hits, Des.
Oh wow, 10 slashing damage.
5.
So 5.
Are you resistant to slashing?
It's
I am raging.
Oh, you're raging, yeah.
Yeah.
It makes you feel.
Are
any
they having
better,
a rage battle? Is she also raging?
Yeah, she looks like she's absolutely like what, like pinholed eyes. Yeah, she is raging hard. Isidora.
Fuck it. Can she make a wisdom save, please? A lot of what I have is wisdom saves. Oh.
Ooh, she's advantage.
Oh, is that because she's raging? Probably.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, she
Shit,
does.
I didn't think of that. Man, I'm never gonna get this spell to work.
What is it?
Once again, the crown does no damage.
Oh,
I
the
cast
crown.
I cast healing word on Rizbit.
Oh, thank you.
So 9.
That's it's so handy to have a healing as a bonus action. Like, just a little bit. Well, that other dude's still alive, so we can...
Yeah.
Also, a bit of charring is kind of badass, so...
Yeah. What was I going to say? Is that all you want to do, Amy?
Yeah.
Cool. Rizbit, you're up, buddy.
Cool. I'm gonna do one attack on the Minotaur to see how it goes.
Cool.
16.
One second.
I'm just... These creatures
you hit.
These creatures are large, right?
They are indeed.
Imagine their skulls on Rizbit's tiny head, though.
It's like video games when you equip it,
it just shrinks to your size, yeah.
25 damage.
Oh shit, yeah, this thing goes down.
Nice.
Cool. So it's like a case that like Rizbit brings this thing down and he like chops off the head as it goes down, flips up his sword and swings it backwards into one behind him.
Oh, nice.
19.
And 19 hits.
Sorry, I was thinking. I'm gonna do level 1 smite.
Yeah, that's cool. It'll work away.
Sorry, that should have been 2d6. So hold on, let me recalculate that. I didn't realize that as I rolled it.
Yeah, no, it's cool, man.
8, 12, 18 damage.
$18, you say?
Yeah.
Neato,
That's our
I
number
say.
of the day. That's number wang.
Number one, jeez. That all, Ian?
Yeah.
Cool, Coda, you're up, bud.
Right. I'm gonna step back even if it incurs opportunity attack, which I'm sure it does.
Oh, sorry, actually, yes, you do that. Before we continue, Rizbit, can I have a con save?
Yeah, I was just about to say that.
Yeah, no, that's fair,
Yeah.
that's fair. I got excited and I forgot.
I call a cock die.
I call bullshit.
Honest to God. Can you see the dice on your board, Darren?
No.
And no, I have 3D dice turned off because it physically like rolls the dice number quicker if you do it. So for multi attacks, it's way quicker.
I'm taking a picture of this to the group, but
Yeah, that's cool.
Wait, so what's happening?
Yes, Ian, D4, please.
Okay. Also, look at the thing, by the way. I sent it to the
Yeah.
chat.
I'll look at that thing, man.
If I try and load Facebook, I'm afraid what'll happen to my internet, so...
They'll just explode.
Oh, wow.
Neil agrees.
That makes it law.
Ian, everything about, like, around you starts to turn kind of green. And, like, it's like, if Coda went to, like, throw something, there's almost, like, there's, like, a 2-second delay when you see it kind of thing. So everything's happening, like, 2 seconds behind it should. That sort of thing. Your brain's kind of all, bleh. Everything's super bright and funky, and you're just, like, essentially you have disadvantage on attack roll. Because your brain's just, like, bleh, like, fucking going weird. And that all you wish to do. Sorry, yes, Coda, you were moving, getting
yes,
opportunity.
so opportunity attack on me first.
17.
Misses, and... Oh,
Cool.
no, I can't tell her you're big if she misses. So I will take 2 shots, one with advantage, because I got a guard point back from killing that ogre. I hate you. Fucking advantage
nice.
into a 13. How... Why are you doing this to me? Okay, so
Yeah,
I
but
assume
it's
19
19
hits.
total. No, 19 hits.
And can she make a con save, please? Because I am flicking
one
that
sec.
lightning switch on my fucking gun. I don't like this woman at all. Because she stabbed my fiance through the face. Well, no, through the stomach. I don't know where she stabbed him. Through the stomach?
Yeah, lower.
It was definitely a through sort of motion.
She definitely stabbed him somewhere.
She definitely put a sword through him. Okay, she saved, so she's not stunned.
Cool. Did you roll damage? Yeah, 18, you didn't need it. Cool. That's all?
That is all I can do.
Alex run up here and like kind of like trips over himself, giggling. He like it's really like not nice. He kind of like cuts up his face a little. He goes face first into the bedrock. She's gone. Minotaur's gone. It is this woman. She is going to absolutely bear down on Rizbit. Oh boy, 27 and 24, Ian.
Both hit.
How you doing, Ian? Oh boy.
I'm on 50 HP, but now that 16 or 15 down if we have that.
50.
Cool. Now I'm on 35.
That's not so bad.
You can see like this crazy smoke go into her, like kind of like she's essentially like bull breathing, like as she's attacking, and you can see she like inhales a load of it, and her pupils like dilate even more, like.
Oh Jesus!
And like you can see like veins like kind of popping out the side of her eyes. She's not having a fucking fun day. Isidora, you're up, bud.
Well, the thing is how none of my wisdom saves want to work. I'm just gonna cast Ray of Frost.
I was so expecting you to do something and her roll like a nat 20 or something.
Yeah! Hey, there's your nat 20 right there.
Yeah,
I said it like. So that's double damage, die. 20.
Nice.
Oh wow, nice. Yeah, no, this individual is like, ice is not nice. Is that all, Amy?
I'll give Bardic Inspiration to Rizbit.
Cool, Rizbit. Cool. And with that, it is Rizbit's go.
Okay, I'm gonna swing twice at this lady. Actually, no, sorry. First of all, I'm going to utter my vow of enmity on this person. So it negates my disadvantage on her. If that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay. And then I'm going to swing twice at her.
Cool.
I'm going to add the Bardic Inspiration to the 14, which is an extra D8.
Rock and roll. Yep. Rock and roll. Roll away.
Oy.
Leave it. 15 does not hit, but 28 sure as fuck does.
Figured. Just gonna do my normal attack. 11 damage.
Ooh, nice. Yeah, she's looking like, blood's coming out of her and the appropriate cuts. Sorry, didn't mean to cut off.
Would it be a free action talk into the ring?
Yeah, no, it's a free auction. It's a free action to just kind of like talk to your teammates briefly. Like, you can't be like, so guys, what I got today was I got a piece of toast and then I got some. But if you're just kind of like, hey guys, do this, like, it's fine.
Like, I wanted to use the ring to do it specifically. So
okay, yeah,
that was the free action.
Yeah, of course.
Should we take her in, or should I kill her?
Ooh, yeah, should we take her in, Coda? Coda, why don't you just weigh in on this situation and tell us exactly what we should do?
Yeah, I'm gonna vote take her in alive.
Yes, no, so do I, but she was waiting for Coda to say it.
Yeah, he's definitely, there's a silence, but then he's still like, take as many alive as we can.
Take him away, toys.
He's not happy about it.
What'd you say, Chief?
That's Alexander right now.
Chief, can I hold my gun sideways? It just looks so cool. Anything for you, birthday boy. Is that all, Rizbit? Coda, you're up, bud.
Cool. Well, I can't non-lethally shoot her in the face, so I guess I'll try and rapier her.
And 19 hits.
9 hull damage. Non-lethal, just in case. I don't think she's like dying or anything, but I just want to make sure.
Yeah, no, she's again like bleeding places, not looking too happy. Sorry, guys. Right. Yeah, cool. Coda's all you were saying.
Yeah, I mean, I realized afterwards I had inspiration. I should have added the stupid 12, but it's too late. Yeah, I want that motion to be as stabbing as possible, but like without killing her. Like I want to at least get
non-lethal stabbing.
non-lethal, you know, just like through the shoulder or something, you know.
That's cool.
Right.
Yeah.
It's not that much blood in the shoulder, right?
You yeah, no, that's fair. Like Coda does.
I want to leave a scar, you know.
Scar for a
I
scar.
want it to scar.
Alexander stands up, and you hear him like fiddling with his backpack, because again the clouds kind of like spread in now, so it's a case of like it's not impossible to see, but it's just not ideal. And you kind of hear him fiddling, and you hear like a and he's like, time for plan part 2, and you see he's holding up the gigantic box of like alchemist fire he has.
Boy.
Oh Jesus!
And
oh
he just
my
like
God.
and he just like flings it to the left near a support beam, and like kind of crashes down, and he's like, okay, and he just starts like running this way, like, holding on to his very fine robes and hat. She is going to swing at Coda.
Bring it.
Gosh, it's almost like you stabbed her in the shoulder or something.
26 hits, and I'm a hellish rebuker.
You take 15 slashing damage.
Cool. And could you make a dex save, please?
11. Not 11 damage, but
Fails.
11.
Wow,
Ooh.
nice. That's 19.
Oh wow, Jesus, that is some solid rolls.
Was that the first time I was hit in this fight? Yeah, it was. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I'm fine. As I rolled that damage, I was like, Jesus, I hope this doesn't kill her.
Yeah,
thinking too.
she's gone down on like one knee, and she is not looking too great.
Just a bit singed. I feel okay about
Yeah.
this. This is good. Maybe it'll leave a nice burn scar. Fuck you.
Isidora, you're up.
So she's a little bit on fire from the hellish rebuke.
Yeah, she's pretty like down on one knee, singed everywhere. She's like,
Isidora leans over and says, "Let me put that out," and casts Ray of Frost.
oh nice, oh nice.
You're gonna
Hits.
kill her.
It's fine. I'm just gonna knock her out. That's fine. Would you relax? With you.
You see her like get hit. She kind of like, essentially she like moves like as you're getting like hit, and her like sword and arm are kind of like taking the blunt of it. But you see her arm like freeze over and freeze, and she kind of goes down on one knee. In the force, you just hear a big crack, and you see her main sword arm kind of cracks and falls off, and like hits the ground and shatters like kind of an icy bloody thing, and she's like screaming, but like the edge of the arm is kind of frozen, so it's kind of like not cauterized but like not bleeding, and she's like, and she like drops to her knees, like clearly freaking out between the drugs, the raging, the pain, and the fact that her arm just froze and fell off.
Huh, that's never happened before.
You can, but your keen ears, you can tell like that fuse is getting pretty low. Rizbit, you're up. This person is essentially like literally on her knees at this point. Sorry, actually, I did. Yeah, she's like pretty much on 1 HP. Amy, I didn't mean to cut you off you from your go. Did you have anything else you wanted to do?
Oh yeah, no, that was it. Don't worry.
Okay, sorry, I apologize. Go ahead.
Are you attacking her?
Ian, 22. 22 hits,
No
14
arm.
damage.
Just give her a bump.
Yeah, I'm just giving her a bump on the head.
Fair, yeah. Okay.
Non-lethal.
Non-lethal.
And then it's gonna be a case of
Drag
somebody
her
grab
out.
her. I'm pulling one of these Minotaur bodies out of here.
Yeah, Rizbit essentially like, anime chops the side of her neck kind of thing with the butt of a sword, like whoosh, and she's like, ugh, and falls over, like knocked out. Well, as knocked out as one can be in this situation. So now you have a very beefy, strong drow woman knocked out, and you have a minotaur head, or well, minotaur body parts, Rizbit, you want, and also there's a bomb about to go off. What do you do, gang?
I'll grab
I
the
do capture
drow.
the minotaurs, so I'm gonna grab the head and run.
And I'm gonna try and drag the drow.
And I'm gonna grab your woman by the door and get her out.
Okay, cool.
Is she
cool.
dead? Is she alive?
I mean, there's a lot of blood near her. Sorry, Ian, continue.
if somebody else can take the minotaur head, I'll carry the drow.
I didn't declare. No, I don't. I wouldn't have Henry with me. Never mind. No, because I wouldn't have walked into like the drugs in with Henry.
Put the bodies in Henry. Alexander's like, I'll help. He's essentially going to assist with a body if it needs be.
Well, if Rizbit takes the head, because that's, you know, Rizbit earned that head. So when me and Isidora will try and take, and whichever one of us can't manage it, we'll maybe use Alexander's help.
Yeah, that's fair. So strength checks around.
Me too.
Yeah, Riz, because this thing's a large creature. That's head
strength check or strength save, Darren?
Strength save, I apologize.
Excellent, I'm proficient in those.
Excellent. Essentially, if anyone rolls under it, Izzy, Alexander's helping you, you get to reroll.
Cool. Thank you. Come on. This is just rolling again.
Yeah, you literally just repeat the save.
Oh boy.
He's like, Isidora puts it back into it. He's like clearly pushing down and you're pulling up and then it's like a big fucking crazy hullabaloo. But yeah, you guys are like slowly, like slower than you would like bringing this body with you kind of thing.
Okay.
Can I run back and help them?
You can indeed. Con save Rizbit to sprint essentially, like to like drop the skull and like sprint back.
Yeah, like my skull's out the door, yeah.
Yeah.
11.
Yeah, no, yeah. It was a case of like between the three of you, like it was just a basic like you get over a standard threshold kind of thing.
Oh, okay.
Between the three of you, you can manage kind of thing. It's just like everyone's kind of a little high. But yeah, you managed to. So Coda's pulling one, you guys are pulling the other, and like Rizbit's pulling the other. But as you pass the skull, you're kind of kicking it. Like, come on. So can everyone give me action hero dex saves, please?
Yes, we can.
+1 coming my way.
Ooh.
9.
Isidora, what is wrong with you today?
You're doing fantastically up until now.
You spent all your nat 20s.
Oh, Alex, you absolute shit.
Oh, lads. I should not be the most athletic person in this room.
Coda
I have minus muscle mass.
And like Coda dives and hits the table and kind of like topples the table over with himself, knocking gold everywhere.
Oh, the gold shit.
Alex is like, cool guys, don't look at it. And just gets flying back. Essentially, you guys who fail get knocked back, like sent flying away. And you guys take... Oh, eight bludgeoning damage. Eight bludgeoning. You, like, essentially, you guys have been knocked prone. You slap into a few crates at the wall. Alex kind of like hits the wall and lands in a load of crates, kind of thing. And the bodies are fine. They're kind of low down, so like the fire goes over. But like you hear like the place rumble, collapse, and like you hear support beams in the room behind you crush and fall in on each other. It's essentially like you've achieved what you set out to achieve. Like the vein has been like shattered and broke beyond usefulness, and now it's been buried. That kind of thing. So yeah, you guys, like, the place has gone silent. The like civilian drow have fled. The bouncer drow, as he is in my notes, has fled. A lot of the crates a few of the crates have been knocked over as people were just grabbing handfuls of fucking product and legging it. Yeah, you guys are kind of bruised and a little bloody, but you guys all stand and you find yourselves in the room.
Like, is it sort of still collapsing? Or it has, like, it stopped now?
This room that you're in seems to be a little bit, like, okay, not the best. You kind of, like, don't feel like lingering here that long.
Yeah. I just want to like grab what money is there.
Yeah, I want to at least try and make back, break even here.
Yeah, we'll tie these people up.
Is the other one alive?
Actually, yeah, I'll check her.
Medicine checks to discern this because there was a lot of blood.
I'll try and help because I've got decent medicine. Never mind, I am stupid.
Coda is doing that like scene from Community where he's like, my brain is on fire. Rizbit, you know she is she's bleeding out, she's dying, she's like ebbing away, she's like near the threshold kind of thing.
I give her 5 lay in hands health.
Cool, yeah. You start like, yeah, she's like brought back the 5 HP. She technically awakens with that, but she's like clearly like broke up. She's like, but you guys
she
are tied
because I hit her in the face.
Yeah, she's kind of like what, and you're just like back to sleep. So yeah, you have 2 unconscious people. Rizbit, you said tie her up. Do you tie them up?
That used to be my designated job in the last deal because I couldn't do any non-lethal damage. So yeah, I'll do that. I feel like I've gotten pretty proficient at rope tying.
So do we have a bag of holding with us?
I just don't think it would make sense for me to have brought him, but
what do you want? Oh, do you want it for the skull?
I was gonna put the skull in it, but I suppose I carry this.
I mean, Darren, you can make a call on whether or not I can have that, but I just don't think it. I don't know.
Wait, what are you trying to do? What
I wouldn't have Henry with me, right?
No, I'm gonna say you did not take Henry.
Does Alexander have a bag of holding?
He doesn't have a bag of holding, but he's like an extra pair of arms, and like despite his like current state, he's like strong enough that he can help carry shit if needs be.
Yeah, how's he doing when he hit into those crates? Is he alright?
Yeah, he stands up. He kind of like his head rails up, and he's like, "Oh boy, I don't feel too good."
Yeah, no. How much gold did they leave behind?
Investigation, please, friends.
This is when we really need Esme.
Yeah.
You guys, yeah, the 2 out of 3 kind of thing. You guys break even and you get a little profit of 150 gold. Like essentially, you manage to like find like, oh my god, this is our pack. You even feel like you find Alexander's like rock bag. Kind of thing. But yeah, essentially, like this place looks like it may not come down, but it's a case of like you don't feel like what's the word, like it's kind of anxious staying here.
Yeah, so let's get them out.
Yes, technically that will be 50 gold each between the 3 of you. 50, yeah. Cool. So yeah, you guys are carrying them out. As you get to the main room, like you can see everyone is just gone. They're like, fucking run, the operations are worth it. Gone. Can I have wisdom saves off all of you?
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
Mm-hmm.
I just realized your name, Laura. Oh my god.
Yeah, I love it.
Yay.
Okay.
Oh.
Ah!
Well.
Indeed.
If Rizbit's possessed again, we're fucked.
If this isn't a reverse crowd of madness on us, and he's about to turn and destroy us.
Rizbit, you feel your whole body lock up, and then like you can you can see your hand kind of goes up by itself, and you're like, ugh. Like, does Rizbit vocalize this?
Oh yeah. He ain't dumb like that.
Yeah, you see like these threads appear, and like as these threads appear, guys can see like a really what's the word? Like phantom, like this form that you've seen before, the red helmed individual, just kind of like slinks down, and you just hear like, oh, but now why did you have to go and do that?
Do what?
You, Rizbit, the others, you can talk.
Oh.
Z Coda?
Oh, sorry. We haven't been introduced. Who are you?
It's like, oh, my name isn't important, was it? And you smell like a Darrow. Would I be correct in that assumption, boy?
How do you know my name?
It's like, oh, there's plenty we know about you. I wasn't sure if you could see me originally, but this clearly confirms my suspicions.
What are you?
Oh, I'm what you've met before, but just a better breed. I'm not like the common dogs you might have encountered in the past, I assure you. And you are Miss Tanner, I believe?
You can believe what you want.
And you must be in like Rizbit, you feel like the thread like tighten around your neck. He's like, you must be Mr. Like, and as it tightens, he's like salt fuel. Like you can kind of feel like someone's tugging it. He's like, why did you have to like stick your nose in our little operation? And like Alexander's like, listen here, and he just like flicks a hand, and like Alexander just like smashes into the wall. He's like, yeah, like kind of falls down into the crates again. He's like, well, you could have just slept well enough alone.
Oh, we're very bad at that, you see.
He's like, oh, it seems you are. Well, there's only one thing left to do, I suppose. It's like, we'll get rid of you, we'll peg this little drug operation on you, you know, like, then we'll start again, I suppose. Maybe drugs wasn't the best means to control and influence, but every operation has its ups and downs. Can I have, no, it's post at ending time. Can I have, initiative?
From me too?
Yes, please, Rizbit. You'll essentially start your go like under this thingy, but like on your at the end of your like you repeat the save kind of thing.
Interesting, though.
What's that?
I'm just
Oh,
into.
boy.
Oh God. I wonder how many other things he has his hands in. Amygdala? What does that mean?
It's a part of the brain.
Oh, cool.
It controls emotion and survival instinct. Many other things.
Hey!
Right, cool. Let's see. Jeez, greasy, dirty crime boy he is raring to go.
Yeah, he's angry.
Because was his boo was just smashed into a wall.
Just throw him against a wall. Also, I'm not into this whole drugs as a means of control thing. Naturally.
Cool. Well, we'll probably have like one really quick round, and then we'll cut it. If that's
Sure,
are people content with that? Yeah. Right. Cool. Starting us off straight away is Coda.
Fuck! I haven't rested, so I've got no grit points.
Oh,
Excellent.
actually, this lady is over here. Well, she's not. She's just not in the map.
Yeah, she's not in the company.
Yeah.
I have no grit points left. I'll just take
I'm
2
on 31
shots.
health.
Yeah, I'm not doing well. I'm okay. I'll take 2 shots with sharpshooter then.
$16 misses. You see him kind of like go ethereal and it passes through, but 25 hits.
26 damage. That was not supposed to be a d20. Sorry.
That's cool, dude. Reroll.
21 damage.
21. Yeah, jeez. Oh my god, the difference, lads. The difference. Game breaking altogether. Oh, I was about to say Amy, but I wrote down Amy from Amygdala. So.
Yeah, I noticed that. I was like, oh, that thing's called Amy.
I was like, hey, how come? Oh, hey, Amy, you can't have 2 goes.
Wait.
Rizbit, con save, please.
Yeah. 12.
12. Okay, Rizbit, you're going to take a little damage, and then you're going to do another command for me.
Oh no.
Oh boy.
I got him. You take 4 force damage because I think force damage is what you do when you're suffocating in this. I can't remember what the exact type is, but yeah, you kind of feel yourself and like tugged along, and you kind of shamble a little bit over to about, you get to about here, that kind of thing, and it stops. And you hear this individual, he's like, "Oh, soon we will control this entire region." It's like, got to branch out from Uria, you know.
Yep. Cool. I think I'm right.
Rizbit, you're up. You have to attack either Isidora or Coda, and at the end of your turn, you may repeat yourself. You can only it's only one weapon attack, mind you. So
Ian, go for me. I have a way higher AC.
Hasn't he just moved me though and stopped my movement?
I honestly think that's more on me for doing it wrong more than anything.
You could get to either of us. You have 25.
Yeah.
You could get to either of us.
Yeah, you have enough room to shamble to one of them, and like it's obviously your choice, but it's like a single weapon attack, cool. And you can't trigger any buffs. It's literally just like you strike them with your weapon with proficiency. Yep. 28. I'm assuming hits.
Sorry, Coda.
No, it's fine. I've got like more health than I think Amy got hit last time as well. So. It's only 9. That's fine.
Yeah, it's actually pretty lucky. Rizbit's eyes are screaming sorry.
Yeah, no.
Oh no! Honestly, turnabout's fair play. The last time you were possessed, we beat the shit out of you.
Yeah, that's true. But I was gonna say, this individual has like purposely let Rizbit's mouth go in quotations, kind of thing. So like Rizbit can be like, "I'm sorry," kind of thing, because he's like, they're clearly enjoying this because they're fucking nuts. Is with that because that's. Oh, sorry, Ian. You can repeat your wisdom saving throw.
Oh yes. I always forget if it's 4 or 5.
Yes, and this like just barely, like Rizbit just claws tooth and nail and just manages to break free. You see these little threads like shatter off him. And Amy, you're up.
Can he make a con save?
Oh yes, 1 sec.
Because I'm going to assume he has good wisdom.
He's a brain.
Literally a brain.
Oh boy.
Well, his helmet looks more like a brain.
Is that 21 to
that's 21 con, I'm afraid, but
fuck. Okay, never mind.
Cool. Right, guys, I have this thingy here. We're gonna pause because I'm not sure how long this fight might go on, but I don't want to keep you guys any longer than I should. But yeah, so cool, good game, all well done.
Interesting twist here.
We're nearly we're nearly out of the woods.
You say that now.
But yeah, no, everyone did great. Like, oh, it was good. That was fun. That was very fun.
Cool. Yeah, that was a really fun session. I really loved that.
That was really good.
Oh, like so many highlights. I can't even.
I'm glad.
Amy's entire drug performance. Rizbit.
Like, thank you.
Getting paid a copper to give that guy mead. Like, so good. So good. So many good bits. That was great.
I'm glad y'all had fun.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, I should go to bed.
Okay.
Yeah, guys. Good game. Good night. Good night, stream. Good night, all. Have parties probably tomorrow at some point.
Yeah,
guys,
definitely.
well played.